8 degrees. I'm Michael Calhoun, KMOX News.
The Dave Glover Show is sponsored by the Michaels Flooring Outlet, the flooring experts. IGotFloored.com.
Good afternoon, St. Louis, DGS 104.1 FM, KMOX. Happy Thursday to you. Here we go again. Everyone, buckle in to the roller coaster that is the United States of America.
I remember when, like, notable, newsworthy things were, a couple a month.
Oh, yeah. Maybe.
Now it's like every damn day.
I'm so sick of it. So sick of it. Like, just put everything else aside. I know that the government is not mommy and daddy, but I think they owe us a similar duty in that, Wheels, you get this as a parent. You and Susan have been through stuff personally, professionally, that was scary. And you kept that from your daughter because that's part of what you do. I'm not saying lying. I'm just saying you handled your stuff.
It's not their business.
It's not their business. You
Right.
handled their stuff. Think what a bad parent you would be if not only if you told them every single thing, but you created things. You were just creating chaos in your home. And then your child had to be on constant PTSD lookout that I wonder what's coming next. And that's just what this feels like. All of it, overarching, it's constant chaos.
Mm-hmm. Sucks.
Just sucks.
It's
and look at the stock market. Like Rach just said, I guess we get to ask about the Epstein files again because now we're down, down into the 47s. Where we were above 50.
If we're above
that was
50,
the standard, right? That's what Pam Bondi said.
Yeah,
It's the standard.
above
We're
50,
above 50,000.
Don't worry about it over 50. But today, I guess we can ask.
Can we?
I guess.
Can I? Can I go ask?
So, if you're just tuning in, Kristi Noem has been fired, which is good.
You fired.
Mark Wayne Mullen.
That was really funny.
Mark Wayne Mullen, the guy that's as dumb as his first name, is going to take over. So nothing great there. And it seems to me, just, we'll be talking about this, not us, but this will be news for a couple of days. And there'll be the back and forth. Here's why I know she wasn't fired for that. And they'll all say something different like they said about Iran. But it seems to me like she didn't get fired for being terrible.
Right.
She didn't get fired for being a monster and wasting all of the taxpayers' money.
Oh, and lying.
She got fired for telling the truth.
Lying about victims. That's not it.
But then yesterday, she told a little bitty truth where they asked, did President Trump okay you spending $220 million on an ad campaign starring you? And she said, yes. That's what tore it. That's what tore it.
Yeah. Was this the same contract that went to a company that didn't exist 7 days before the contract was given out? Was that?
I don't know
from
about that.
Was it that
So
same
it was
line of questioning?
Yeah, apparently the production company, it was like it was a spouse of someone who works for Department of Homeland Security, and they created the company like 7 or 8 days before they got the contract.
Right.
So, I mean, it's all seeming above board to me.
Yeah, and somebody
sounds
else,
really good.
like one of the subcontractors, based on the testimony or the questioning in Congress, one of the subcontractors on that were the people that worked with her in South Dakota.
There you go.
It's like, okay, so you funneled money to people, inside the family, so to speak. And then you're like, yeah, the boss said I could.
I'm just really
And he's
glad.
like, I didn't say that. You're fired.
I'm just really glad that we drained the swamp
Yeah.
because now there's like a bunch more room for new swamp
Yeah,
water.
I mean,
It's
you
so
know,
much
just
better
pour
now.
more. Just refill the swamp.
Think about
Yeah.
that. Like, how many times have we seen? So, just as an example, Howard Lutnick's kids with what they're doing, buying tariff debt all across the country, so they will get them payouts from the government, not the company. They would have bought them whatever, 30 cents on the dollar, 20 cents on the dollar, 50 cents on, who knows what it is. But they were going around buying, like, okay, well, you know, you got $1 million tariff bill this year. We'll wipe that out. We'll take that on from you and give you $300,000. And now they're going to get the $1 million back because of what's going on in the courts. And there was a case today. It was either today or yesterday, but I saw the story today where the DOJ or the Trump administration's arguing. They said, we haven't decided what our policy is yet on the tariff refunds. And the judge said, the Supreme Court decided for you. You need this is going forward. You don't have a policy on this. The Supreme Court decided this.
Yeah.
So now all of these insiders who could bet on such things and with inside information are continuing to get rich. We see this all over the place. We see, you know, this kind of a no bid contract that's to friends of friends of friends. And yet we are told that they went to drain the swamp.
And for any of my MAGA friends out there that still fly the "Don't Tread on Me" flag, you should take that down.
You're being tread upon.
You should take that down.
That's your money.
We've already, in the first year of this new administration, seen the First Amendment trampled. We've seen the Second Amendment trampled unbelievably by a MAGA president. And now, and this is a trifle, I'm not equating these things, but it's just consistent. Now, RFK, who already caused a measles outbreak like we haven't seen in 300 years, now he's telling Dunkin' and Starbucks, you have to affirmatively prove that your products are safe. Otherwise, we're going to pull them. How is that? How's this America?
And how are these giant companies just saying, oh, okay, sir, where are the law? I mean, I'm sure they're going to file lawsuits and do all that, but like, what are we doing? I thought this was supposed to be the whole idea. Like, we want small government. We don't want people stepping on us and taking our money. Well, your money went to Kristi Noem's friends. And again, not saying it didn't exist or this doesn't exist on the left, not saying it doesn't exist. It hasn't existed for decades. It has. The point is, they all campaigned on, we're going to clean that up. And you're not cleaning it up. You're adding to it. That's the point. It's not that it's one side's clean and the other's not. We know the game. We know the game.
Of course.
They're all richer when they come out of there. We know the game. But when your policy, when you campaign on draining the swamp and all you did was funnel the swamp water in a different direction, that's not helpful.
And before someone says Trump derangement syndrome, here's what Trump derangement syndrome is. It's one thing for you to support the man when he is doing what you want, even if what you want is kind of bad. At least that makes logical sense. But when he doesn't, when he's doing the opposite, not draining the swamp,
no more wars.
cutting rights, starting wars.
And again, we understand. I understand, Dave. I think you do too. All four of us. We understand that there are things that happen that change things, but in a lot of ways, you're not even trying to do the things you said you were going to do. I mean, go back to 2016. I'll have a new, better version of Obamacare on day one. Really?
It'll take me one day to solve Ukraine.
Because we're 10 years past that, and ain't nothing replaced it yet.
One day to solve Ukraine. He could have kept Putin from going into Ukraine, but he couldn't keep Netanyahu from going into Iran. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
We're wasting our breath.
yeah, the whole thing is a swamp. Like, none of us are disagreeing with that. I've never been more down on every person who represents us in Congress than I am right now. I don't see anybody saying the right things. I don't see anybody trying to fight enough against what really is becoming kind of corporatocracy, rich people kind of, and we all know, like, throughout history, rich people always run the show, but they're not even pretending anymore that they're trying to make things fair for the rest of us. Not even trying. It's just rich people going to keep feeding rich people other rich people money, and then keep all of us just working and grinding and fighting against each other. Dave, I just saw this right before the show. There's a new research from Pew that said the United States has the highest percentage of citizens of any country in the world where people think their fellow countrymen have bad morals or ethics. Why do you think that is? Because we're constantly being pitted against each other intentionally. It's not an accident. It's not a side effect. It's intentional because it's how they get away. They being anyone who does these things, not just this administration, but any of the people who are doing these things, insider trading as Congress people, what you name it. The reason all of that continues to exist is because we take the bait and we'd rather yell about each other and get involved in culture wars than actually take care of the fact that we're being ripped off every day.
Yeah, it's like Christian Earl and Brian M. and our, conservative MAGA friends. We have so much more in common with each other.
I know. We do.
We're all just raising our families and, trying to buy the G.I. Joe, the Kung Fu grip at Christmas and trying to put something away for our retirement. We have nothing in common with the people who run this country.
If all of us that are like DGS and everybody who listens from every political stripe, if we're all together hanging out, we'll all get along. We'll have a good time. We'll eat food, drink beer. We have a lot more in common, like you said, about our day-to-day routines. We shop at the same stores. We have the same bills, all that kind of stuff. And yet we get somehow divided by people who could not care less about any of us. They wouldn't stop and have a beer with you. They wouldn't stop and talk to you. They're not gonna take your meeting. They're not gonna listen to what you're saying. And yet it's more important to fight against your neighbors who are actually pretty much you, 99% you, with a few different views. Other than that, things are great.
Yeah, Dustin May threw 99 miles an hour today.
Hey, listen, you guys want to feel good? Dustin May made his first Grapefruit League start today. He's been, having a healthy camp. He's, he had the problem last year with the torn esophagus that almost killed him, that he lost 35, 40 pounds, lost his velocity and all that. Well, he's throwing 99 today on a regular. That's good. We can feel good about that.
Yeah. We all have that in common. Tell you guys about Dr. Maupin and her daughter, Dr. Rachel Sullivan at BioBalance Health. You know what I'm going to say, but I'm going to say it anyway. And maybe a few people out there haven't heard of Dr. Maupin, or maybe a few of you have been listening to me talk about Dr. Maupin for 5 years and you just weren't at that point yet. For me, I've told the story before. I would get together with Kathy for breakfast 3 or 4 times a year, and she'd always be kind of flirty and, I can tell you don't need any testosterone. And then one time we had breakfast, she goes, you should come in and get a blood test. And she still never told me what she saw. Must have been something in my face. But I did, and it turned out that I did need testosterone, so I started getting the pellets about 7 years ago. And the best I can tell that it works, because when you're on it, you're not like, oh my God, I'm a superhero, look at me. But I'm lazy, and so I'll go 2 or 3, 4 months late on my pellets. I shouldn't, but sometimes I do. And when I'm without them, when I'm raw, it's not great. I feel 61 as opposed to feeling realistically 51, probably. So it's a big improvement for ladies if you're approaching perimenopause or in the middle of menopause. And I, of course, know nothing what I'm talking about personally, but from anecdotally from my friends and from Dr. Maupin, it makes a huge difference for you. All you need is a blood test, which we will set up when you go to biobalancehealth.com.
I'm Piera Palazzolo, VP of Digital Marketing for the American Management Association, a company focused on the management training skills needed to enhance the careers of business professionals. We did our research when it came to the best companies for website development and chose AmericanEagle.com. And we couldn't be happier. AmericanEagle.com worked closely with us to understand the front and back end requirements needed to launch an e-commerce website that could handle the complexities of running thousands of seminars nationwide. Our robust new website and improved SEO saw immediate increases in site traffic and web revenue. If you're in need of managerial effectiveness and success, visit our website at Amanet.org. If you're in need of a website that provides an unparalleled consumer experience, I highly recommend AmericanEagle.com.
Transform your business today. Dial 877-WebNow1 for a free digital consultation with AmericanEagle.com.
The Builder St. Louis Home and Garden Show returns to America Center March 6th through 8th.
Shop hundreds of local companies for home improvement deals.
Come to our amazing outdoor living space.
Find ideas, inspiration, and expert advice.
Details at stlhomeshow.com.
If you owe the IRS, you have a legal issue, and you need the Lance Drury Law Firm. We'll protect your rights. Log on at lancedrurylaw.com.
One city, one voice. KMOX, the voice of St. Louis. The Dave Glover Show on 104.1 FM KMOX and the free Odyssey app.
Welcome back, DGS KMOX 120. Happy Thursday. I am here tomorrow, and then I am going to spring training next week, my first time down. And the guys will take over and do a great job of it, obviously.
That's going to be fun.
When I'm gone?
No, for you to go to spring training for the first time ever.
Yeah, looking forward to it. Did you guys hear how we lost our 3 fighter jets? Like the first 3 we've ever lost. Like it's my understanding we've never lost a dogfight in certain fighter jets. Like it's just never happened before.
Yeah.
One Kuwaiti pilot, one guy, the Red Baron of the Middle East, shot down all 3 of our fighter jets.
What in the world? Were they not expecting him to?
Yeah, I
Because
was
he's a
gonna
friendly?
say.
I've not heard any
That
other
has to be
detail.
it,
In
right?
defense of the jet pilots, I'm guessing, because it was a friendly fire incident. I'm guessing that they just weren't ready for to be attacked
Well,
by.
it was friendly fire right up until the first fire.
Right.
I think the second and third guy probably should have
That's true.
thought differently.
Depends on how fast it hahappens, though, right?
Crazy,
But that's nuts, dude.
isn't it?
It had to be like, oh, that's a friendly, and then blah, 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 blah.
Is that what it sounds like?
I don't know. That's what it sounds like in the movies. That was what Top Gun told me. That sucks, though.
Just so we can get this over with and move on to something better and more fun. There are now officially more than 100 complaints from every branch of service. So if it was just one commander who's a religious psycho and he's telling his troops, you're fighting for Armageddon, boys. Okay, you get rid of that guy or you demote him or you give him a dressing down or something. Tell him about the way the Constitution works. But every branch of service had dozens of people complain that, hold on a second. Where's my phone? I think I screenshotted this just to be accurate. What they were being told. They were told Donald Trump was anointed by Jesus to light the signal fire in Iran to cause Armageddon and mark the return of Christ to earth.
What?
That's what 100 different
So yeah, that
war
was
fighters reported.
that was one report, but it was representing 15 different service members from the same location, and they have the other hundreds. It's more than 100 now, Dave. I think it's 200 or 300 now. Reports that they're getting from 50 or so plus whatever installations all over the place. Yeah. That was one example that they pointed out in the story that was posted on the website. I think it's American. It's a military religious freedom group that will defend, tell soldiers what their rights are, defend them, and if there's anything that ever comes up that involves their own beliefs or whatever, it's something like it's a legitimate 501c3. It's not some
The
BS
fact
thing.
that it happened one time is troubling.
That one time would be pretty
The
scary.
fact that it evidently was across all the branches, that sounds to me like it's not that difficult of syllogistic logic. What are the chances that all these commanders across all of our branches just simultaneously came up with the same thing? Sounds to me like someone above them said, hey, let everyone know XYZ. And even the religious among us should be troubled by that.
Of course. Well, it's because that's a very specific I don't want to say sect, that's the wrong term, but a very specific group of people, even within Christianity, that actually believe that you can do that you can be the ones that bring about Armageddon. Like, really? You think we get that power? I mean, it's wild, but I know that's not Catholic doctrine. I know that there are all kinds of branches of Christianity where that's not taught, where it's our job to bring about Armageddon. That's crazy.
And also, like, not everyone believes in that.
No, exactly.
Like, that's really important to keep in mind. Like, you're allowed to believe whatever you would like to believe, but don't expect everyone else to be on the same page. You can't come into something and be like, well, Jesus anointed President Trump. Well, first of all, that's not in the Bible anywhere. You are making your own extrapolations there. There's no proof of what you're saying, even in a Christian sense. But even if there was proof through Christianity, not everyone in this country is a Christian. Why do we have to say that over and over again? Like, why? When I was growing up, this was very basic logic of like, yep, not everyone believes the same thing. There's a lot of people in this country who are Christian, but it's not, this is not a theocracy. You're not required to be a Christian. You're not required to believe in the Bible. It's just very, like, what's going on?
And part of our logic for why we had to do what we're doing in Iran now is the belief that their belief system is apocalyptic. Right? Like that's kind of like, well, they're prepared for the, so they're crazy for those things, but we're right.
Right. It's like
come on, guys. If you could prove it right, nobody could disagree because that's the nature of proof. The point is belief is about, and the faith is believing without evidence, without proof. That's what faith is. So you can't tell us that you know those things because you can't. And not everybody who is in that same, who participates in that same religion, they don't all agree on that. So, yeah. And that's not even counting, like Rach said, that's not even counting people in the United States that don't believe any of it.
So the story I'm looking at here that's referencing what you're talking about, Dave, it's tracing back to one U.S. commander, but they're not naming the commander. Do you think that'll ever come out?
Don't know.
Yeah. That one specific story is one commander. Yeah. I just don't get why anybody would hear that and just in any way be like, yeah, sure, that's fine. That's not fine.
In no way is it fine.
No.
Constitutionally, morally.
No, right. Legally.
Yeah,
legally.
Like your legal justification for something can't be that.
Yeah.
Tell you guys about First Missouri. It's going to be a weird show. First Missouri Credit Union, of course, they are like a bank, but they are much nicer than a bank. They just are. I'm sure the people at banks, like I have a bank, are perfectly nice. They've never cursed at me or punched me in the nose when I walked in. But if you ask them for something, the walls go up. And the reading glasses go down in the nose, and they peer at you over them, and they typically say no. Or at least the structure of a bank is their thumb is on the scale to say no because they are more afraid of making a bad loan or a bad decision than they are going out on a limb for someone who banks at their facility. At any credit union, and certainly at First Missouri Credit Union, you are an owner. If you have as little as $25 in a checking account, you're an owner, and our thumb is solidly on the side of the scale to say, yes, we're not stupid, but we'll bend over backwards to accommodate you. 4.27% on our checking, up to $100,000. 2 locations down at Lee May Ferry, 314-544-5050, the number one, stmocu.org.
Who's been talking about St. Louis sports since 1985? Bernie Miklasz.
March the 26th, first game, Busch Stadium, Tampa Bay Rays at Cardinals, the first Cardinal to bat in 2026. That will be J.J. Weatherholt. So the point is he'll be on base a lot. He has tremendous on-base skills, and I think that's what you want in the leadoff hole.
Bernie Miklasz. Hear what he has to say on the voice of the St. Louis Cardinals. 104.1 FM, KMOX.
Start your summer early at the St. Charles Boat Show, March 5th through 8th at the St. Charles Convention Center. The top marine dealers from the Lake of the Ozarks will be on site with the newest boats, personal watercraft, docks, and accessories. Step aboard, compare models, and find the perfect ride for your family. Special show pricing and experts ready to help make your boating dreams a reality. Visit lakeoftheozarksboatdealers.com for more information.
Here's Dave Murray's weather forecast.
All about a mix of clouds and sunshine going through our Thursday afternoon. Still a chance of a couple of showers and a couple of thunderstorms, but there's a lot of dry time in the pattern now. 71 tonight. Scattered showers and thunderstorms return. 58 Friday, partly sunny, windy, warm. 80 degrees on Friday. I'm not thinking much in the way of rain, maybe a couple of spot storms. That's about it on Friday. Cold front coming through Friday night with scattered showers and thunderstorms, 57. But this cold front does not have a lot of cold air. Looking for highs near 65 Saturday and Sunday. From the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Dave Murray on 104.1 FM, KMOX.
This is Congressman Bob Onder. Tax season is here, and Missouri families are already seeing the real impact of the Working Families Tax Cut Act. House Republicans are delivering real results for hardworking Missourians. According to the Council of Economic Advisors, the bill is projected to raise wages in Missouri by about $3,000 to $6,000 over the next 4 years. That's more money for groceries, gas, and greater security for your family's future. In Congress, I'm working to protect working families, strengthen our economy, and ensure you are keeping more of your hard-earned money.
Paid for by official funds authorized by the House of Representatives.
Here in St. Louis, we take pride in supporting our health and our community. That's why more and more families are turning to Neovitin multivitamins, created by a local physician and made right here in the U.S. using the highest quality domestic and international ingredients. With formulas for men, women, and adults 50 plus, Neovitin helps keep St. Louis families energized, supported, and ready for life. Find Neovitin at your local Deerbergs, Schnucks, and online at neovitin.com. Neovitin. Trusted nutrition from St. Louis for St. Louis.
Welcome back, DGS on KMOX 132. Okay, we're going to cleanse the palate.
We need to.
We have a friend from the Cardinals showing up at 2 o'clock. Clean this place up. No more of this nonsense.
And move that over here.
Before she does Throwback Thursday, which is going to cleanse the palate, I need a ruling.
Mm-hmm.
So
Guilty.
Not even so much a ruling. I'm just looking to see how stupid I am. Okay. So I had dinner with the fam last night at a restaurant we love. I have no problem with this restaurant. I have no problem with my server. We were both laughing at each other by the time this thing was over. And we're getting ready to leave. And Nick said, "Hey, Dad, you going to eat your pickles?" And I said, "No, son, take my pickles." I said, "In fact, I think I'm going to get to go order pickles because they're so good. And why don't you get one too?" And he goes, "Matter of fact, I will." So our server comes back. "Can I get you anything else?" And I said, "Yeah, can we get a couple order of pickles?" And she said, 5 or 10. And I said, 5 for me and 5 for my son. And she goes, "Okay, so a 10. And I said, "Well, these pickles are going to have different homes. So I need 2 5s. And she goes, "Sir, that's a 10. And I said, "Sylvia, I'm not sure who's missing who, but I'm going to get in the Jeep with 5 pickles. And he's going to get into his car with 5 pickles. That's 10 pickles, but we need 2 5s. And then we all just started laughing. And eventually I had to say, "I want 2 containers and each one has 5 pickles." And she goes, "Okay, I think I got it."
That's funny.
Is there something big I'm missing there?
No.
Just
confusion.
Yeah, I'm sure she was a lovely server, but it doesn't seem like she was really listening initially. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because it's completely good natured.
Yeah.
And it might be that 10 is cheaper than getting 2 5s and she's trying to think it out loud or whatever.
Wheels, see what Jacob's saying here?
Oh, did you say that earlier?
No, I did not.
That Colton Parayko's turned down the trade to Buffalo. Yeah.
What does that do? I mean, that feels so weird politically to know that your team didn't want you.
Well, but he has a no trade clause, which he earned. It's in his contract, and he's got 4 more years on his contract. So if the player wants to be where he is rather than another spot, or maybe there's a different destination he would approve to, we have no idea. But to me, nothing wrong with the player exercising the right to stay where he wants to be. What's wrong here is that the team actually went as far down the path as they did without knowing he'd say yes. How do you get to the point where you're agreeing on a trade and the names of the players being traded are being leaked and you don't know the player's going to say yes?
Yeah, weird.
Unless there's something going on where maybe he said he might say yes and then he said no. Barring that, to me, that's on the team. The team's got to be way better at getting that communication done before it gets that far down the road.
And all my hockey guys, including my son Nick, huge hockey fan, who loves Parayko, by the way.
Yeah, good play. He's on Team Canada,
that it was
man.
a fleecing for us.
I wouldn't go that far because prospects are always unknowns, but it was a great trade for the Blues. Like it really looked like it was the ideal type of trade when you're in their position. You're trading a 32-year-old who makes good money and getting, basically a young version of him with some more offensive upside and then another first-round pick. Like, you don't know those players are going to pan out, but, yeah, that's exactly what you would want. And, again, the team has to be the one that bears the responsibility. And then ultimately, Doug Armstrong signed all these contracts and gave out all these no trade, no movement clauses. So this is not on the player is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
The player has that right, and the team knew that player had that right. And maybe you should have had the conversation with him earlier on in the process. Hey, would you even go to Buffalo?
Yeah.
And if the answer would have been no, you didn't have to go through all this.
I guess a similar thing must have happened with Arenado in Houston.
It was similar, but actually that was a little more on the player because Houston was one of the teams he would consider. And he just didn't want to do it at that moment. He wanted to see what other options there were. Houston had lost Kyle Tucker. He wasn't sure what they were going to do. So there was a little bit of uncertainty there. And then he said to a team that they thought he would approve, nah, not right now. It wasn't a flat out no. It was just not right now. And then Houston was like, well, we're not waiting. And they went and did other things.
Rachel, might be able to save Throwback Thursday, which I'd like to do. Andrew, tell me about Six Flags.
Six Flags is being sold. Our Six Flags and 6 other flags are being sold.
36 flags.
Instead of being owned by Six Flags, now they'll be owned by EPR Properties.
That sounds good.
Right? It sounds like a fun-loving
mom and pop.
Yeah, fun-loving mom and pop carnival gang. EPR Properties, us alongside Grand Rapids, Michigan, Galveston, Texas, Queensbury, New York, Montreal, Minneapolis, and Kansas City. All of those Six Flags, in addition to ours, are being sold to EPR Properties.
Pajeski on Amy and Chris made me laugh this morning. They were discussing this, and Matt's been in the last few years, and he said that it's one step up from a carnival.
Really?
Said that it's just weeds everywhere and everything's dilapidated and nothing's painted. And yeah.
See, when you're going to go and spend money to do things like that, you should be going to a place that makes you seem like it's a special place.
Like when I was a kid.
Like when you go to Disney, it's sharp. And you guys know my favorite place is Cedar Point in Ohio. It's the best roller coaster park in the country. And it is spotless. And it is clean. And it's well run. And it looks good. It's old, but it doesn't look old.
Yeah.
They do a great job of keeping it up. And if it's not going to be that, why would people want to keep spending their money there?
And look, I was going to Six Flags in like the 70s, so it's a different era. I never expected Six Flags to be Disney. They don't have anything like the budget, right?
Right.
But Six Flags was great for what it was.
Yeah.
To follow up the story, the park will run as normal for the 2026 season.
Which
this summer,
which is bad.
Maybe bad. So when you go this season, it'll be just like it was last year. All your memberships, season pass, multi-park passes, whatever that means. I don't think there's multi-parks at ours. All of that stays the same for this year. And then next year, EPR, who, quote, has experience with theme parks, can do whatever it is that they want with them.
I remember the one and only girl I talked to before I got my first girlfriend, Tammy, when I was a senior in high school. I met this girl at Six Flags and had a 2-minute conversation with her. So she was my girlfriend for 8 years.
Sure.
And she was eating a waffle cone, right? Who can afford those? And then she mentioned that she had a season pass. And I was just blown away. Like, we would go once a year. It would take 3 days to get there, like a covered wagon. We would literally, in the middle of the day, go back out to the car to eat warm sandwiches. And we couldn't take the tram because my dad was convinced they would try to charge him.
Oh, my Lord.
Yeah. And here's this girl who has a season pass. She's like, I come here every day.
Wow.
I'll see you in a year.
We did quite a while ago when we lived up to, we didn't live very far from the Six Flags in Chicago. Maybe we lived 15 minutes from there. We got the season pass a couple of years. That's the greatest thing ever. You got like 3 hours free on a Thursday night and there's nobody there. And you just drive over and ride roller coasters for 3 hours. You're on every one of them in 5-10 minutes.
Unimaginable.
So much fun.
Unimaginable.
Worth every dime.
I wonder if it would take any magic away as opposed to going once a year like
no,
I did.
it didn't in that run. I mean, to me, it was just as good. And you just basically like, all right, these are the 5 best rides. I'm just going to hit those for 3 hours and we can go home.
Right for you, a Six Flags family?
We would go, like once a year. My cousins had season passes.
Everyone's got that cousin.
Yeah. So my dad would come pick us up and take us a couple of, or, like once a summer, maybe twice a summer. But yeah, I mean, it was fun. We never did we were like you, like we did like the parking lot.
Yeah.
Sandwiches a lot. But I was like Hurricane Harbor. That was really nice whenever that opened up. And it was free when I was going, but now I feel like they charge you more to go to the water park.
Oh,
I could be wrong though.
It's probably a separate one. Yeah.
I think it is.
Everywhere else it is like that. Yeah.
Hey, can you guys, similar in nickel and diming people, but you guys were having a discussion at lunch that I know a little bit about, but I'd like to know more about. And it's basically that the car industry is planning for new cars to be basically charging you for things you get for free now.
Yeah, so that was Beth was telling us about how, like, if you want the seat warmers, you have to pay a monthly subscription. She was referencing like the front trunk on the new Mustang wheels, and if you want access to even just opening that up, you have to pay like $10 or $15 a month. You might have to pay in the future to access AM/FM radio in your vehicle. I mean, it's just really getting out of hand, and people feel like they don't own anything anymore because you don't. Like, even if you buy something, you still have to pay all these subscriptions to unlock the features of this thing that you supposedly own.
I may be completely wrong.
Yeah.
And when I say this, I usually am. I'm not being funny, self-deprecating, Dave. In the last few years, I've been wrong mostly because I figured, that's too far. That's too far. Oh, they'll never go for that. And everyone just does. But this seems like this would be a bridge way too far for most people. Sell me a car, put in the features that I ask for, but when I leave here, I'm not going to pay you another dime. I'm not going to pay you to turn on my heated seats.
Yeah, I don't. Every state should make laws about that. Every state should make laws that you can't. Like, it's one thing if it's okay, you have satellite radio and you have to pay for the subscription to the radio. That's fine. But they're talking about some of the ideas. I don't think any of this is being done that I'm talking. The thing I'm going to talk like Tesla. Tesla. BMW already charges like $20 a month for heated seats on newer models. So if you have heated seats, you're going to have to pay them $20 a month to use them. Which, are you kidding me? Like, that's attached. That's a part of the car. That's not a subscription service. It's just what's in the car. Are you going to charge me for my windshield wipers to be on? I mean, there was, what was the other one? It was they're talking about charging you to use your remote starter. So what's the point of having a remote starter if you're going to have to pay for it? Like, why? It's, if you're just talking about it, like, the other thing I saw, they're thinking about starting charging. The automakers are thinking about starting to charge for you to be able to connect your phone via Bluetooth to your car. What are you doing? You know what I'll tell you I'll do is I will buy cars from any company that doesn't do that.
Yeah.
If there's any company that goes, yeah, we're not doing that, I will buy your car. That's nonsense.
St. Louis, get ready. One of the most powerful voices in country music is coming to the Dome at America Center on March 7th. Zach Bryan, live in concert.
It'll be fun, but those clouds, I'm telling you, baby.
With the songs you know by heart. One night, one stage, an unforgettable night of raw, honest music. Tickets available now at Ticketmaster.com. For more information, KMOX.com/events.
It's Tom Ackerman for Ophthalmology Associates, the doctor's doctors, 314-966-5000 or online at youridoc.com.
If you own a small business, the pressure never lets up. Something's always coming at you. That's why business owners turn to LendSeek for funding.
I don't need promises. I need options. LendSeek's AI platform showed me real funding choices. Now I can cover payroll, handle taxes, and go after growth opportunities without the daily stress.
Up to $5 million with funding in as fast as 24 hours. No upfront costs. No prepayment penalties. Start ready, stay ready. LendSeek.com. LendSeek.com.
Last year, I had back pain radiating down my right leg. The pain was so bad I was willing to cut my leg off to stop the pain. I could barely walk and had to stoop over when I did just to take pressure off the spine. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. In my professional career, I've represented thousands of people who've had herniated discs and issues with their neck and back, but never fully appreciated what they were going through until it was my turn. It's like trying to describe colors to a blind person who's never had sight. All I can tell you is it hurt like hell, but worse. My daily walk was gone, and that bothered me a great deal. Then I thought of all of you and how much more devastating this type of injury could be for you. My life stopped. I now feel your pain. Just know at Morgan & Morgan, we got your back. I understand. Morgan means more.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements. Past results afford no guarantee of future results. Every case is different and must be judged on its own merits.
An important message from SNL Coins. SNL Coins pays top dollar for your gold and silver coins, old currency, gold-filled jewelry, scrap gold and silver, silver plating, gold and silver bullion. Get a quote with a call to SNL at 544-3600. SNL Coins, 544-3600. Or visit SNL Coins at 9300 Gravois, just east of McKenzie. Open 9 to 5 Monday through Friday, 9 to 4 Saturday. Before you sell, call SNL, 544-3600.
Welcome back, DGS on KMOX. I bet no one has heard this song since 1978. This was a KC classic, The Shape of Things to Come by the Head Boys. Arlen King says, sounds like we're going to have great music throughout the show today. Great start. Lynn, that one's for you. I wrote this music list last night at midnight. I woke up, I thought of this song because everyone my age remembers what it was like to be listening to the radio on your jam box and just waiting for a song to come on.
And they would tease you, too.
They would tease you and hit play and record at the same time.
Yep.
And try to get that song. And this song.
And hope they didn't talk over the beginning of it.
Oh, people get so pissed. No hitting the post.
Yeah.
It was just shut up.
Yes.
So that's one of my songs that I recorded when I was 12. And the whole list is kind of like that. So, yeah, fun. Fun.
Did you do the this is going to sound like the oldest old man thing ever, probably, to Rach and Andrew, but like where you would listen to the weekly countdown, whether it was a national one or a local one, that you were like top 10 of the week here on Rock whatever.
Yeah.
And you're like, all right, let's go. I'm going to record them.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's how you got most of your music.
Yeah. Not well, unless you're going to go buy it.
Right.
But in a lot of cases, you didn't know how much you didn't know how much you were going to like it.
Yeah.
Until you kind of heard it.
Yeah. Yep.
You just sounded like the aliens from Sesame Street or the Muppets. Those guys? They're yep. Yep.
I have never watched an episode of Sesame Street.
Oh.
I know the main characters.
Okay.
But I don't know the aliens.
Oh,
yeah.
all right.
Kids didn't watch Sesame Street?
If they did, I didn't watch it with them. They were on to different stuff. Like they were like Little Einstein.
Well, you guys probably had cable.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
No, I didn't have cable. I watched
No,
plenty
I
of
know.
Sesame Street. I'm just saying, like, we're talking about the Glover kids.
That's
here,
what I'm saying. I'm like,
Little Einstein.
I did forget who I was speaking to.
Go to Sleep says, when I was a kid, I did that to Wild Wild West by Will Smith and wrote down the lyrics so I could learn them and still rap that song to this day.
I'm going to need to hear that.
It's pathetic.
Let's go. Record it on your
It's
phone.
pathetic, it's cute.
Record it on your phone.
Wild
Let's
Wild
go. If we ain't heard it, it ain't real.
I was more of a getting jiggy with it boy.
Na 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 na.
Getting jiggy with it. Na, 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 na. I think those are the only ones.
Well, then he had the song Switch. Remember? They
Mhm.
came out with what was the name of that movie?
I think it was just called that.
Switch.
I think so.
Where he's
Well, there
like
was-
helps Kevin James get
Hitch.
girl Hitch.
Hitch.
Yeah.
Hitch.
But he had a song called Switch.
Switch, yeah.
And he was like, na, 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 na.
Hitch was a great
Going
movie.
on. Drop
I
your
forget.
rhymes.
I forget.
No, you don't. You know it.
Do the Men in Black.
Here we
That's
go,
getting jiggy with it.
Men in Black.
That's basically the same.
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
From just to my memory, if I hear a Will Smith song, I'm hearing every Will Smith song.
No one was.
I get that.
No one
Yeah,
was more
that's
let
fair.
down by the slap than Rachel Zimmerman.
Oh yeah.
Because I loved Will. I mean, I still want to see Will Smith do well. I feel like the man might be too far gone at this point. I feel like so many terrible things have happened, and he's just a shell of his former self, and it really makes me sad because he's a very talented person, and I've seen every episode of The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air multiple times.
I am, you guys know this.
Disappointed with it.
I'm a very forgiving person because I have been forgiven in my life many times. I don't care enough to forgive or not forgive Will Smith, but I think what he did was so horrific within his industry
Yeah.
that I don't care if he ever comes
Well,
back.
it's for me, it's not about like if I forgive him. It's more like I feel like he has completely lost himself. And I don't know if he will get back on a good path anytime soon. Yeah, when this I feel like I talk about the slap like once a month on this show, but it was so impactful. Like I was sitting there watching the Oscars when it happened. And Dave, you remember I called you. I was
I
like, you have
remember.
to turn on the Oscars right now.
And I wasn't watching.
Dude, I was shook. I was shook.
Yeah. I got off the phone. I'm like, Rachel's drunk again.
She thinks that Will Smith just smacked Chris Rock
I don't know what happened, but it
at
wasn't
the
that.
Oscars.
Wasn't that.
Will Smith karaoke at the next Dave Glover Band show.
Yeah. Why not? You know what weirds me out? Dinosaurs.
Why? They're so cool.
Why is that?
No, I love them. I'm just saying, I don't think we give enough credit to how weird this is. Like, we all just grow up knowing what's your favorite dinosaur? T-Rex, Tyrannosaurus, Triceratops. That happened.
Yeah.
We're living on a planet, and I don't mean to just like shade my religious friends out there. I've been very religious in my life, but it doesn't make any sense to me. It doesn't make any sense to me why a God who is clearly focused on humans, not on Cro-Magnons, not on Neanderthals, and not on modern humans until about 6,000 years ago, why he or she or it would do dinosaurs. You feel me?
Dinosaurs are cool.
No, you're not understanding. Like, if your focus
get you.
is humans, but you're like, but I'm going to take billions of years to even get to them. And first, we're going to have hundreds of millions of years of these enormous friggin' lizards.
It was just the long play because that's how we got all the gasoline and the fuel because they all died and fell on the ground.
There you go. That's so we can
You gotta
drive
look
our
at the- you gotta look at the
ATVs in
long
the
game,
United
Dave.
States of America.
I don't have that kind of patience.
No, I'm just kidding.
If I were a god, I'd be like, zap, I got humans. I'm
Yeah.
tired of them. Zap, they're gone. I got no time for dinosaurs. Plus,
they won't shut up.
Plus, if I planned on humans and I made dinosaurs along the way, I would have changed my mind and said, these guys are cool.
They don't talk. These humans never shut up.
I'm just stopping right here.
That's how we are. Like, oh, come on, just stop the noise. Dinosaurs are they just mind their own business.
I wonder what our planet would look like if the dinosaurs hadn't gotten taken out. I don't think we would have been here. But like, what would Earth look like at this point?
Who knows, man? You could have sentient dinosaurs.
It's been 65 million years since they went extinct. They were on Earth for 150 million years before that. So I think there's every chance it would look a lot like it looked 65 million years ago.
Could be. What if some of them
had briefcases?
No, yeah, like they kind of learned to learn. Who knows?
Yeah, they had the internet.
They'd just be like really stupid humans.
They had to have really big screens, though.
Yeah, they'd scratch them up with their claws.
Hi, it's Kevin Wheeler here with Gloria Liu of Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty. Welcome back, Gloria. Now, for years now, you've been on KMOX helping families plan their next big move with your Guaranteed Sold program. So for those planning to sell their home this year, what's your best advice?
Thank you. My advice is simple. Do your homework before listing your home. Our market is stabilizing, inventory is tightening and moving fast. In other words, the realtor you choose to sell your home really matters. That's why my sellers love my Guaranteed Sale program. I guarantee to sell your home at your agreed upon price and time frame, or I will buy it myself. I have thousands of buyers in my buyers in waiting database, so your home may already been sold before it's ever hit the market. Higher demand, more competition, and more money for your home.
Friends, if you want a realtor who will guarantee results, call the one that I trust. Gloria Liu at 314-325-6888. That's 314-325-6888. Or GloriaHasTheBuyers.com. Gloria and seller must agree on price and possession date.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Ask yourself this question. Is it really worth holding on to that timeshare that you know you need to get rid of? Here's the truth. The average maintenance fee just went up over 17%. That could have been 117%, and there's nothing you can do about it. When you buy a timeshare, you give them a blank check for annual maintenance and assessment fees. I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. For 15 years, I've helped over 50,000 families cancel their timeshare. Not sell it, not transfer it, cancel it. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment and your maintenance fees would never go up? That's a lie. Are you ready to get rid of your timeshare once and for all? Simply call us and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit that explains all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your timeshare exit kit. 800-885-3100. 800-885-3100. 800-885-3100.
I went to Schnucks yesterday and picked up a chicken Caesar wrap from the deli for my lunch. I ate half of it yesterday and half of it today. It was so good. I just want to remind you guys of the Schnucks Deli. If you're looking for something for lunch or dinner to feed the family, they have a ton of options. It's all priced right. It's fresh. It tastes great. And it just kind of takes some of the worry away from you as far as like, man, what are we going to eat tonight? Just let Schnucks take care of it. Schnucks also has an amazing floral department if you need to get flowers for anyone in your life. The bakery, oh my gosh, I could talk about the bakery all day and how delicious it is, the variety, and again, it's at the right price. Plus, when you are shopping and using your Schnucks Rewards app, you earn 2% cash back on every single purchase, plus tons of other digital offers and coupons as well, so you end up saving a ton of money over time. Go download it today if you haven't already. It's the Schnucks Rewards app.
I was ordering food from our usual place for the big meeting. My VP said, "Please, God, no."
For workplaces suffering with corporate catering deficiency, every day's a struggle.
The food was always meh and over budget. Before Easy Cater, I thought that was normal.
Easy Cater is designed to treat CCD with a huge variety of restaurants, help meet dietary needs, and stay on budget. Use daily. One platform lets you save time and thrive. Ask your web browser about Easy Cater or start an order at easycater.com.
This is the story of the one. As a procurement manager for a hospital system, she keeps every facility in her network stocked and ready. That's why she counts on Grainger to be her single source for thousands of products, from disinfectants to lighting, air filters, and more. And with fast, dependable delivery, Grainger helps her keep every facility stocked, safe, and running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
The trusted voice of St. Louis. KMOX AM St. Louis. KMOX FM Hazelwood. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
Sky. And right now, 59 degrees downtown at the Arch.
CBS News special report. Department of Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem is speaking at a police conference right now.
After I get done sharing a few more words, I want to hear your questions on ways that we can help you do your job.
But Noem is being removed from her job. CBS's Nancy Cordes.
The president, as he likes to do, just made the announcement himself via Truth Social, saying that he was going to be putting Markwayne Mullin, the senator from Oklahoma, in charge of the Department of Homeland Security, and essentially demoting, not firing, but reassigning Kristi Noem.
When asked on Capitol Hill about a $220 million ad campaign and whether President Trump had signed off on it, Noem replied yes, but
we began to hear through sources that the president hadn't signed off on it and that he was unhappy with the answer that Noem had given.
If confirmed, President Trump says Senator Markwayne Mullin will become Homeland Security Secretary on March 31st. CBS News special report. I'm Jennifer Kuiper.
Six Flags is selling its St. Louis Park, one of the company's 3 originals, along with 6 other regional properties. The company confirms that EPR Properties will take ownership of the parks with an Orlando-based company called Enchanted Parks, set to lease and operate the 6 U.S. locations. All season passes and memberships will be honored through the end of the 2026 season, and the parks will keep and license the Six Flags name until the sale is finalized and the end of this season. Earlier this week, we brought you a census report showing the St. Louis region is falling behind the nation in building new homes. The city is announcing a change to help speed up that process.
The city is now moving their building permit application process online, a process that previously required contractors to come into City Hall in person. Building Commissioner Ed Ware says other cities who have made the shift are seeing significant improvements in turnaround time.
We're looking at other cities who have done this, and from the time of submittal to the time of issuance, they've increased that speed by 50% or more.
Asked what else is being done, Mayor Spencer points to the new zoning rules coming later this year and community-driven redevelopment plans for the tornado disaster area. Sean Malone, KMOX News.
In many cities, this pothole season is a bad one.
This winter's big snowstorms and deep freezes followed by thaws have many roads looking like a moonscape. Lauren Hill is dodging potholes in St. Paul, Minnesota.
You have to just choose which is the best or the worst to go through because it's almost impossible to avoid them.
Ned Moen's car was damaged by a gaping pothole in Watertown, Massachusetts.
The tire just practically exploded.
David Velasquez at Sullivan Tire in Watertown has been busy.
Even rims being cracked because of the potholes?
Some cities have approved overtime so their crews can fill more potholes. Michael Wallace, CBS News.
From the business desk, some positive signs as well as some weaknesses when it comes to the economy. Charles Gascon is a senior economist at the Federal Reserve Bank of St. Louis.
Overall prices continue to increase at a moderate rate. Contacts are reporting that they're observing higher costs and that they do need to pass some of those on to customers. A lot of these higher costs are coming in the form of utilities, is one that we hear a lot about, as well as insurance.
And the Dow from Stifel right now is down 2.25%, 1,072 points in the red to 47,667. And on the roads right now, we've got a crash on 70 going west at Berkshire. That's got the right lane blocked there.
All about a mix of clouds and sunshine going through our Thursday afternoon. Still a chance of a couple of showers and a couple of thunderstorms, but there's a lot of dry time in the pattern now. 71 tonight. Scattered showers and thunderstorms return. 58 Friday, partly sunny, windy, warm. 80 degrees on Friday. I'm not thinking much in the way of rain, maybe a couple of spot storms. That's about it on Friday. Cold front coming through Friday night with scattered showers and thunderstorms, 57. But this cold front does not have a lot of cold air. Looking for highs near 65 Saturday and Sunday. From the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Dave Murray on 104.1 FM. KMOX.
Sponsored by Chesterfield Fence and Deck, your premier provider of fences, decks, patios, sunrooms, and more. Call them for a free estimate today. Now offering 48 months interest-free financing on your next outdoor project. Chesterfield Fence and Deck, chesterfieldfence.com. Cloudy sky, 59 downtown. I'm Michael Calhoun, KMOX News.
The Dave Glover Show is sponsored by the Michaels Flooring Outlet, the flooring experts. IGotFloored.com.
Welcome back, guys. DGS on KMOX. Happy Thursday. Few minutes past 2 p.m. Our buddy Martin Coco is here, Senior Marketing Director for the St. Louis Cardinals. Always good to see you. It's always a good time when I see you.
Hey, glad to be with you guys, and glad we're thinking about baseball. I told you it's March, so the brain shifts, and it's like, hey, opening day is coming.
Yeah.
Get ready.
So
3 weeks from today,
3
man.
weeks.
3 weeks.
That's
From
just
today.
crazy.
Yep.
So, introduce yourself to the KMOX audience who don't know you. Just tell us about you. Tell us about how you got into all this.
Yeah, well, I'm Cardinals marketing director. Been there. This will be my 27th season. So been around for a lot of fun, crazy 2 ballparks, all-star game, multiple World Series, a lot of Hall of Fame players, and just having a great time.
There can't be many people with more seniority than you.
You know what? There actually is.
Really?
That's one of the really cool things about our front office is there's so much senior tenure there that there's just a whole lot of folks who get in the door and don't want to leave.
So your first season, who are some of the names we would know? Players, broadcasters, managers when you first got in there?
Yeah. So 2000 was my first year. And that was the first year it wasn't the first year of the La Russa era, but it was the first year of the playoff runs of the La Russa era.
Yeah.
So actually 1 year later was Albert Pujols came.
Yeah.
So, and then the rest was history after that. But started in 2000, and that was a few years into the La Russa era, but really the beginning of that long stretch of just continual success.
So when you look back at the way you guys did marketing in 2000, does it just seem so quaint, or were you guys pretty, cutting edge the whole time you've been there?
There was some similarities, but obviously with the whole advent of the internet, and then after that, social media, it's certainly a lot more involved in so many different layers than it used to be. But in the end, the end goal is the same. Let's get people to the ballpark.
Yeah, you started your career the same I started here. That's cool. Yeah, I started in 2000. So
that means we're old guys.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. I just did a career day at Ladue High School, and I'm talking to freshmen. And I've never felt so old. And all 3 of the groups I had, in the middle of them went, okay, I know who you are. I know your voice because their mom and dads listen to my show. So, so we're going to talk about everything marketing for the Cardinals, but you guys got this $29 deal. Wheel sent us the link the other night, and I didn't believe it was real. And I clicked on it, and it took me somewhere. And I bought a game, and it went through, and I bought 3 more games. So I love this.
Well, thanks for buying.
You're welcome.
Yeah, Coca-Cola Unlimited. It's a new option ticket thing that we're rolling out this year. It's basically unlimited concessions in a particular seating area. So the tickets are in Big Mac Land. You pay one price. You get a wristband that gives you access to the unlimited concession stand just a few steps away on the second level. If you're familiar with Big Mac Land, I know you are, Dave.
Sure am.
A really cool section in left field on the second level. But basically, you pay the one price, and you can come to the concession stand as often as you want. There's a whole long list of kind of ballpark favorite type items, and have your fill. We figured it's a fun way to try something new, give people another reason to come to the ballpark. Yeah. And of course, when you come to the ballpark, one of the true parts of the experience is all the great food.
Absolutely.
So partnered with our good friends at Coca-Cola and decided to try something new. What really created the buzz, I think, it kind of blew up nationally on social media and got a lot of coverage. What really created the buzz is that price point.
Yes.
Tickets start at $29. So some folks have been confused, though. You add $29 onto your ticket. No, the ticket is $29, and
Right.
that gets you both the seat for the game, but also this access to the concession stand.
Yeah, we had people arguing with us yesterday,
Yeah.
like, no, you can only get 3 things. And I'm like, no, it's 3 things per time you visit the concession
Right,
stand.
right. And I know my boys. I have some
Yeah.
high school and college age boys.
They're gonna
They may
eat.
spend more time in the circular of the line than they spend in the actual game seat. But we'll see.
Can you imagine if you were 22 years old?
Yeah,
the
and it's
damage
just
you
a-
could do.
It's just a thing, right? You just have a wristband and you just walk through and get it and walk out, right?
It's not. There's no checkout
Right.
like at a normal concession stand.
Right.
So it's basically come pick your items
And go back to your seat.
It'll
and go
move
back to your
fast.
seat. Yeah.
You know, one thing, like I was telling Bart, I went to 44 games last year. I've yet to try what I call the fancy food at Busch because it's physically impossible for me to watch a game without a dog and nachos.
Yeah.
And so by that time, I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to, but now I know about Stewie's kosher dog stand.
Oh, yeah, Stewie's is great, man.
I'm going to have to try that.
Yeah,
Speaking of
it's
my boys,
Cone's-
that's
Cone's
one of their
Deli-
favorites, too.
Cone's Deli Cart. Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the pastrami dog is super good.
I am an unheralded ambassador for St. Louis and the Cardinals because last year I think it was 6 different times, and I'm not bragging, I'm just saying St. Louis pride. 6 different times I was seated next to people who were from the opposing team, and they were just traveling to see their team. And I was welcoming, and I bought them dogs and beers the whole night because it was important to me.
I want to sit by you.
Yeah, you do.
You do.
And just say you're from
Yes.
Iowa
Yeah.
and you're in. But I really, truly like being on KMOX and everything. I feel like I owe something. And I just wanted these people to go home and go, they're the nicest people
Yeah.
in St. Louis. And every single person I sat next to was blown away by the stadium. Just the view. I think I saw somewhere last year. It's the second best view.
It's one of the best backgrounds in baseball.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Without question. Yeah.
It's fantastic. Yeah.
Not many ballparks can you sit in the stands and have a view of a national monument, right?
Right.
So
Right.
And I mean, look, and I'm not trying to be too weird here, but like the ballpark village behind there, the way it looks cool.
Yes.
Right. I mean, it's just a cool look to have that, the skyline, the arch, and the whole deal. I mean, like, again, most places don't have that.
Right.
You either can't see out of it because it's too tall, or it's like just facing nothing.
Yeah. Yeah. Any other innovations you can talk about this season or things that we might have coming up later on?
yeah, we're working on quite a few new things. Because we're on the radio, I'm comfortable breaking some news.
Great.
Am I
Oh.
allowed to break news?
I mean, as long as your bosses are cool with it, we're cool with it.
Now, you can't find out about this anywhere online yet because we haven't posted it yet. But the other thing that's kind of a cousin of this unlimited is we're unveiling a new value menu at the ballpark too.
Oh.
So there will be 4 different concession stands where we'll have 5 or 6 items that are $5.
Nice.
So that's one of the narratives that's out there
Yes.
is, hey, you can come to a game, but concessions are too expensive. So that's one of the things we're trying to counter, one with this unlimited, but then also, even if you're not seated in the unlimited, we're going to have a number of concession stands around the ballpark with a value menu all game long, every game. That's not public info yet, but I figured it'd be fun to break some news.
I love it.
That's awesome.
Let's go.
That's so smart. It's so smart. Not only is it great for the fans, but I love when a false narrative is nipped in the bud. You can go to the ball game and you can spend hundreds of dollars.
Yep.
But my son, who's 31 now, but loves a bargain, he either goes with me or he'll get like those $6 tickets you guys would have.
Right.
You know, I think maybe it was a KMOX deal even. And you don't have to spend a bunch of money to go to the ball game.
Well, that's right. And that's something that's been important to us for a long time is just the affordability piece, making sure that anybody who wants to come to a game has the ability to. I mean, you mentioned the $6 tickets. We'll just talk about the value menu, a lot of other ways that you can experience a game and not have to go too much out of pocket.
Yeah. So tell me about your team. Like I love trying to picture how other people do their jobs. Like, can you personally pretty much go $29 ticket? That's what we're going to do.
It's a collaborative effort. We can't make a unilateral decision like that. It involves our partners with Delaware North Sports Service, great longtime concessionaire at the ballpark. So they have input. It's a marketing thing. It's a ticket sales thing, team thing. So it's definitely a collaborative thing, but we think we landed on something that'll be popular.
Yeah. and you're a ball player. I know you and Kev have been to fantasy camp together.
Teammates.
That's a really
Stretch.
That's a generous term, ball player.
What,
we put the uniform on at fantasy camp and ran around out there.
So I'm one of those guys that I'm legitimately not, I'll settle for this. I'm legitimately excited about the team this year because there are a lot of guys still left. A lot of guys who I love who are still on the team, a lot of new guys I'm fascinated by. And in 3 years, I'll be able to say, oh, I've been in on these guys since 2026.
Yeah. It's definitely it's different. I've been with the Cardinals 27 years. Fans have been fans. I've been a fan my whole life. So what we've been used to for a quarter of a century, this looks and feels a little different. There's not a long tenured players on the team, those type of things. But you're right. What we're excited about is to turn that page. One of the things that got some publicity during the off season is the ratings of minor league systems, and the Cardinals, by some accounts, are in the top 2 or 3. Yeah. So to your point, we're building towards something that hopefully is going to turn the team around and be an exciting and fun team to watch. But that doesn't mean wait until 2028. I mean, that's the thing you've constantly heard from management, from Ollie and others is we're planning on being competitive this year too. Yeah. This is a bunch of athletes who are hard driving guys. They're not planning on going out there to lose. They're going out there
to big leaguers
to compete.
I mean, everybody prefers okay, we're going for the World Series. Like everybody does. I guarantee you the DeWitts do. Like everybody wants that. But when you're talking about the entertainment value and the effort level and all of that, because I've been around teams that have rebuilt before and that have done this kind of thing. And the fun of it is those guys are all auditioning. They're all trying to make their way. They play with fire. They play hard. They go after it because their careers are on the line. And it's not to say the veterans don't. It's just a different vibe. It's a different energy when the whole team is like that. And every guy is like, listen, I'm trying to make sure that I get contract one day, that I stay here for the next 10 years, whatever. It's fun.
The term that popped up last year and had some shelf life that was kind of cool was youngry.
Yeah,
I don't know if you guys remember that.
Yeah.
That's probably from a marketing level has played its part, and we can look back on it. But I think that's a good description. It's just a young and hungry vibe, which leads to a lot of exciting things on the field.
If you guys are just joining us, Martin Coco, Senior Marketing Director for the Cardinals, is here. We're talking about the $29, basically all you can eat. It's what I've been calling it. Ticket in Big Mac Land. I bought 4 games. I'm really excited about it. You can check that out. Martin just broke the news that there's going to be 4 places in the stadium where you can get a value menu, $5 for what I guess everything, or $5 for each item.
There'll be a variety of items there. They're still working out the exact details.
Okay. But you can get it for as little as $5.
Yeah, no, assume that it's a hot dog, bratwurst, Coke, water, those kind of things.
Yeah. Before you leave, you have such a history with the Cardinals. Any players, managers, broadcasters who, if you retired today, you would say these guys were special to me?
Well, one of the cool things growing up a Cardinals fan, which I did, is then being around these guys, as we talked about, Wheels and I being at fantasy camp years ago, getting to know these guys as at fantasy camp, it's sometimes teammates or managers, but as peers instead of just guys you watch on TV.
People, right.
As normal people, absolutely. So, yeah, I mean, you can just run through the list of all those guys from the 70s and 80s and 90s. My personal favorite, which anytime I'm with him, I kind of have to pinch myself and say, I can't believe I can just walk up to Ozzie Smith and shake his hand. And he says, hey, Martin, that's never gets old.
The coolest part of opening day last year for me is I ended up across the street at Live at Lowe's having dinner with Michael Kelly, my friend Vanessa, and I'm leaving and it's 7 p.m., something like that, I don't know. And someone goes, hey, Glove. And I look up to greet a listener and it's Ozzie.
Oh, nice.
And I'm like, hey, Oz. And I walked away and I'm just like, oh,
you gotta play it cool, right?
Yeah, you have to play it cool.
You have to play it cool. Like, this is normal for me. This happens all the time.
But that was pretty cool. That was pretty sweet. Yeah. Anything else you want to tell the folks before we let you go?
No, I told you guys when we before I came in and we were talking, I drove past the billboard that said 21 days until opening day. So that's my only message is baseball is coming. Plan on getting your tickets, cardinals.com. 3 weeks till opening day, and we'll be ready to rock and roll.
I'll see you there. Thank you, brother.
Good to be with you guys.
What's up, world? It's Von Miller, Super Bowl MVP, chicken farmer, and now host of Free Range. This is a show where I go off the field and off the script. We're talking what's hot in music, film, trending news, and everything blowing up your feed. If you love football, you'll feel at home. But if you're here for the vibes, the internet deep dives, the conversation, this is your podcast. Join me every Wednesday. Follow and listen to Free Range with me, Von Miller, everywhere you get your podcasts.
When was the last time you watched your home movies?
Disasters strike unexpectedly. Every year, American families lose the one thing they'd run back into a burning building for, their family's memories. Hi, I'm Nick.
And I'm Adam. We started Legacy Box to help save your family's most important recorded moments so you don't have to worry.
Load Legacy Box with your old movies, film reels, and shoeboxes of photos.
We work our digitizing magic, converting those memories right to the cloud so they're safe and accessible forever.
It's fast, we always send your originals back, and it's done right here in the USA.
Over 1 million families have trusted Legacy Box. Better Homes and Garden, Real Simple, and Inc. Magazine are all talking about Legacy Box.
New York Times columnist David Pogue says, have them digitized. I wish I'd done it sooner. Take action. Save your family's memories today with Legacy Box.
Go to legacybox.com/value to get an incredible 50% off your Legacy Box. That's legacybox.com/value for 50% off while supplies last. legacybox.com/value.
Hey guys, Glover here for my friends at Zero Res. You know, they do such a great job. Beat the spring cleaning rush and call our cleaning heroes now. This month, buy one, get one room of carpet clean for free. Unlimited rooms of carpet. Visit ZeroResSTL.com and let them know that Dave sent you.
Okay, we have really exciting news from our friends at Lombardo Homes. Let me first start by saying that Lombardo has become synonymous with quality, luxury, and customization. They offer thoughtfully designed homes in the area's most desirable communities. And here's the awesome part. For the month of March, Lombardo is giving you even more room to live. For a limited time, you can receive a free finished recreation room in the lower level. So this is going to be perfect for entertaining, movie nights, a home gym, whatever fits your lifestyle. But this special incentive is available in select communities and only during the month of March. You want to visit lombardohomes.com to explore and be sure to ask your sales manager for details.
And I can tell you that this is not the kind of thing where they're tricking you. They're not building a finished lower level into the price. This is literally going to be at their cost. And as Rach said, it's only during the month of March, so don't sleep on it. You obviously don't have to build your house in March because it takes a while to do that. You just have to get in there and get on the record. So if you're already thinking about getting a new home, if you're already open to building a new home, I can tell you that Lombardo is the real deal. They are great people. You have any issues, reach out to me. Good friends with the president. But during the month of March, you get a free finished recreation room in your lower level. Go to lombardohomes.com.
Get ready, St. Louis area. The St. Charles Boat Show is here March 5th through 8th at the St. Charles Convention Center. See the top dealers from the Lake of the Ozarks and climb aboard your next dream boat. New models, great deals, and summer fun starts here. Visit lakeoftheozarksboatdealers.com for details.
Yesterday, today, and tomorrow. KMOX, the voice of St. Louis.
Welcome back, DGS on KMOX. Hey, Rach, can we? The McDonald's CEO's back. We're making great fun of him for his Squidward bite and just how terrible that video was. Although if he did it on purpose, he's a genius because we've been talking about it nonstop. But he put out a new video, and just prepare yourself. There's nothing huge about it. He's just such a magoo, and
he is.
So it's cut 4.
Question recently came in on my Instagram. how often do I eat at McDonald's? I would tell you it's a lot, probably 3 or 4 times a week. Sometimes it might be a breakfast. Sometimes it might be a lunch. But hey, one of the perks of the job, you get to eat at McDonald's a lot.
That just pissed me off. I know what meals you serve. I understand what meals humans eat. It just made me mad.
Yeah.
It wouldn't have made me mad had he not done the Squidward bite first.
So he gets free food, I would guess, right?
I'm guessing.
Well, all the CEOs are weighing in. BK made a video. Wendy's. Now the CEO of A&W made like a pretty funny parody video. I thought it was funny. Yeah, they did like a taste test of their teen burger, and it was like a direct kind of word for word making fun of the McDonald's video. It was really good. I was impressed.
Let's play cut 3 here. I forget the general's name. He's the general that does Fox News all the time. I've always really liked him. Had him on the show a couple of times. And one of their wieners is interviewing him, and here's how it went.
You know how much respect I have for your service, and I think it goes without saying to anybody watching how much respect I have for the men making this decision.
You don't have to patronize me. Just ask the question.
Isn't that great?
Oh, my God.
Do it one more time.
You know how much respect I have for your service, and I think it goes without saying to anybody watching how much respect I have for the men making this decision.
You don't have to patronize me. Just ask the question.
Who is it Jack Keane?
Yes.
Is that who it is?
Yes. That's who it is.
Oh, God, that's funny as hell, man.
Wasn't that great?
Just ask the question.
Just ask the question, you wiener.
I can't think of a phrase, of a way of doing that more seems like a general who just wants to get to the point.
Yeah.
Just get to business, guys. Don't have to dance around.
It's great. Sad news. An 82-year-old man who fought to get a traffic light installed at the intersection where his wife was killed 2 years ago died on Monday in a car crash in the same intersection. The light was never added.
That's
Woof.
tragic. I hope the elected officials in that area feel bad, because if he was petitioning to do something about that and he was being ignored and then he lost his life, like, come on.
Yep.
This is why local government is supposed to exist, is to help with stuff like that.
Our buddy Paul Charsley points out that it's opening day for Formula One. And in more Formula One news, where it will be of interest to all of you, to mark the start of Kit Kat's new partnership with Formula One, Nestle unveiled a life-sized, handcrafted Formula One car at the racetrack this week, made of chocolate.
Yeah.
It's a lot of chocolate.
Yeah. Is it a Kit Kat or is it just chocolate?
I mean, part of it's got to be Kit Kat, right?
It had to be better if it was.
If you said you can only have one candy bar the rest of your life, I might pick Kit Kat.
No.
It's not my go-to favorite every time, but consistently, I like the way I eat it. I skin it, and I eat it wafer by wafer. Can't take a bite of it.
Reese's Big Cup.
Oh. Plain or potato chips?
Nah, the plain one, the old. If I had to pick one, it'd be the original.
Rich?
I like the big cup as well.
Andrew?
The cup is too big. I'll take a regular cup.
Are you okay?
You're just wrong.
I think the big cup is too much. It's huge. All right. Giant cup.
It's more Reese's. What's wrong with that?
KMOX, delivering accurate, timely reporting every day and rising to the moment when major stories unfold.
I think the president has all the authority he needs to protect the country from the revolutionary regime in Iran.
The Iranian Air Force is no more. The U.S. government said to all Americans in the Middle East, get out.
There are real fears a longer conflict could lead to higher inflation. One reason? Rising gasoline prices.
We will now begin to expand inland.
If it matters, it's on. 104.1 FM, KMOX.
Guys, Kevin Wheeler here for Game Day Men's Health. And, of course, you'll find them at GameDayMen'sHealth.com. A couple of locations that you can visit, O'Fallon, Missouri, and Chesterfield. We're just at the Chesterfield office today. It's my weekly pop in there, out in a few minutes. Have a couple nice conversations with everybody there because they're the best. They're just, you got really sharp people who are at the top of their game. Everything is first rate at Game Day Men's Health. And I can tell you, I told them at the office today, If not for game day, my last 4 or 5 days would have been absolutely miserable. And they were already hard, moving my kid from North Carolina to Chicago, loading the truck, driving the truck, unloading the truck, all that stuff. And I came out of it with nothing hurting. Everything feels good. And I give a lot of that credit to Game Day Men's Health. I've been on the testosterone replacement therapy now for going on 10 months. I feel like I did at least 10 years ago, maybe even more than that. Recovery from workouts is great. I can handle these difficulties. Now, maybe that works for you, maybe not. But what you'll do is you'll set up a consultation. It'll take an hour or less, full blood test, full workup. They're going to find out what's going to work for you. So whether you're interested in the TRT, performance issues in the bedroom, peptides, or medical weight loss, which is something that they've really taken big steps on here in the last 4 or 5 months. They've got their own pharmacy now, so they've got all the same safe, effective medicines you can get elsewhere at very low prices. Treatment plans are all developed and supervised by board-certified medical professionals. Like I said, top of the line. So take my advice. Really simple. This is my reality. I'm telling you it can be yours. You can get back to the top of your game. You do not have to deal with this stuff. All you need to do is take that first step. Set up your first consultation by visiting GameDayMen'sHealth.com.
Here's Dave Murray's weather forecast.
All about a mix of clouds and sunshine going through our Thursday afternoon. Still a chance of a couple of showers and a couple of thunderstorms, but there's a lot of dry time in the pattern now. 71 tonight. Scattered showers and thunderstorms return. 58 Friday, partly sunny, windy, warm. 80 degrees on Friday. I'm not thinking much in the way of rain, maybe a couple of spot storms. That's about it on Friday. Cold front coming through Friday night with scattered showers and thunderstorms, 57. But this cold front does not have a lot of cold air. Looking for highs near 65 Saturday and Sunday. From the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Dave Murray on 104.1 FM, KMOX.
The 46th Builder St. Louis Home and Garden Show, presented by James Hardy, is back.
This St. Louis tradition returns to America's Center March 6th through 8th.
Shop hundreds of local companies for home improvement deals.
Find ideas, inspiration, and expert advice.
Bring the whole family to watch the adrenaline-pumping off-axis stunt show and the canines in the clouds frisbee dogs.
The Home and Garden Show is back at America's Center March 6th through 8th.
Details at stlhomeshow.com.
Saving money is hard, but what's worse is when you save all year, hoping to use that money for a nice vacation, and then your AC unit dies and that money is gone. Now imagine yourself in retirement. You've saved a nice amount, hoping to use it for fun, but every time you take money out of your 401k, you get hammered in taxes. It's a sad fact, but your number one expense in retirement may not be cruises and trips. It could be taxes. At the All Financial Group, we believe in keeping more of your money where it belongs, with you. Join the All Financial Group for their Taxes in Retirement Seminar, Tuesday, March 10th and Thursday, March 12th. Fund your retirement, not Uncle Sam's. You must qualify to attend. Call today to reserve your spot, 636-230-8824, or go online to yourmoneymattersstl.com. And services made available through Impact Partnership Wealth, LLC, IPW, a registered investment advisor. Neither the firm nor its agents nor representatives may give any tax or legal advice. Individuals should consult with a qualified professional for guidance before making any purchasing decisions.
One of my favorite ZZ Top songs.
It's nice.
Did you ever watch that documentary about them?
Never did.
Oh, you should. If you like ZZ Top. It's really good.
Yeah.
It's not that long either, but they're all in it, and pretty cool story from when they were youngins. It's weird seeing them in the documentary when they don't have the beards.
Yeah.
You're like, who are these guys? They look like dorks. And then you see them with the beards later, like, all right, there we go.
Yeah.
You're like, how.
Yeah, you do that well. I found a new scam on TikTok, and I am 90% sure it's AI, but I'm not completely sure. And to get clicks, I don't know if you guys have seen this, it will be featuring a dog or a cat and who's like 20 years old, and they look awful. Like their colon's on the outside and their head's turned inside out. And the person's like, I'm just trying to give old Bucky one more year. And they get hundreds, if not thousands of people to be like, you're a monster. You need to do the right thing and put it out of its misery. And I see these over and over again. And it's just like, what a nasty world we live in where people are just poking each other and pulling on each other's heartstrings when it's not even real just to get interaction so they can make money. It's just such a weird time.
What is the scam?
They're trying to get people to engage to try to convince the person to put their pet down.
Oh.
Because the pet is so very sick.
And the engagement is how you make money.
Right.
Right. So if you do things that freak people out, piss people off, whatever, then you tend to end up being able to make some cash on it.
Yes.
Same thing happens on Twitter. It's the exact same thing.
Yeah. It's just, I don't know, kind of disgusting. I made an offhand comment about if I had one candy bar to eat the rest of my life, I'd make it a Kit Kat. And online has jumped in. Pecan Snickers. I never even heard of it. Take 5.
Yeah, that's good.
Take 5.
Yeah, those are good, man.
Man, the E-Mart, I'm glad we have the E-Mart because it works in a pinch.
Yeah.
But I was looking at it today. I'm like, we can't get some dang Snickers bars in here.
No.
Like sometimes we just don't have very good candy to choose. I understand this is like the world's stupidest, like first world problem. Like they don't have a good enough candy variety. But I would just like to put it out there. We could be doing better.
That seems like one you would have.
Honey, you look miserable.
I don't feel right.
I can tell. I know my girl.
She needs a Snickers.
Yeah,
there you go.
That would have fixed everything.
Just like the ad.
Yeah.
Hershey's Cookies and Cream. I haven't had most of these.
Oh, man. I haven't had cookies and cream in a long time.
It's National Cheese Doodle Day, and I don't know what a cheese doodle is.
It's like a Cheez-It.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it a Cheez-It or is
No,
it?
it's like the poofy ones.
Like an off-brand.
It's the poop. Well, I mean, it's just the generic. Like the Cheetos are a kind of cheesy poof.
Okay, fair enough.
Or cheesy doodle. Sorry, I was straight Cartman there.
Kentucky Fried Chicken is bringing back a fan favorite from the 90s, the Twister.
What's the Twister?
I was hoping Rach or Andrew would remember.
I don't remember.
We talked about this in fast food news on Friday.
Oh.
Yeah, but I don't totally recall.
So it's basically 2 chicken tenders, chicken strips. We got like some ranch going. You can get it with bacon, and it's wrapped in a tortilla. I don't think I ever got this in the 90s. But I would maybe next time we go to KFC, I would maybe like to try it just for the nostalgia angle.
Mm-hmm.
Check out what they're putting out there.
Andrew, did they ever come across with your handheld pot pies?
Handheld pot pies.
Did I dream this? Was I super high one night? I swear you did a story where KFC was going to downsize the pot pie where you could hold it in your hand.
Not me.
We talked about this on the show. It might not have been Andrew because we said a handheld pot pie is not a pot pie.
Right.
That is a hand pie at that point.
Yes.
So don't call it a pot pie.
It is, but it's even the pot pie's not made in a pot. Is it?
Yeah, it's made in like a pan.
Okay.
A pot pan?
It's a pan pie.
Yeah, they're doing a new handheld pot pie. They're just testing it. In fast food news, generally, I don't like to bring up the testing things because there's so many things that get tested across the country.
Yep.
And the last thing I want is
like a concept car.
Yeah, I don't want people to get excited if it's never coming here.
If you can't get it, right.
Most of the time, we're not in a big test market. We are in a slight test market, but we're not in one of the main test markets. So a lot of the limited time testing stuff just doesn't come here.
Okay. Male goats pee on their own faces to attract females. I have a cousin who did that.
That seems very
I'll show you on the
difficult.
break.
It seems like something like a mean girl would say, like to like a naive young lad, like
go pee on your face.
Gotta go pee on your face. I don't know. Again, I don't feel right, so don't listen to me.
No, you need to talk a lot.
No, I
need
don't.
to say as many things as you can.
I feel very disconnected from reality right now.
Right. Is this real life, girl?
Kind of. I'm like the lady on the plane.
Oh, wait, that was
like,
the little boy.
That MF is not real.
Yeah.
That's me.
Have you guys heard the term seat divorce?
No.
Nope.
It's when you and your partner fly together, but you don't sit together. I have had a total family divorce because no one in my family will sit next to me on a plane. Because I'm like
sad.
William Shatner in the Twilight Zone. I get nervous, then I make it your problem. So,
Well.
like on Southwest Airlines, I just know wherever I sit, the Glovers are going to be like 5 rows back.
To be fair to Mr. Shatner, there was a gremlin.
Yeah,
on
there
the
was a
wing.
gremlin on the wing in Twilight Zone.
And you're saying that there's not when I'm flying?
Not that. Well, I can't speak for your planes, but I ain't never seen one.
I just don't see how sitting next to a stranger is going to be better than sitting next to your partner for the seat divorce.
You haven't flown next to me, so.
Well, I don't know. I don't know. I just can't anticipate, like, especially a long flight where it's like, I'm in the middle seat. I would rather sit next to 2 people I don't know than someone I do know. Like,
Yep.
Chick-fil-A has reversed course and removed pea starch from their waffle fries.
Oh, thank goodness.
Wait, what?
Did you know about this?
No, I'm just being silly.
What?
So they added PEA, pea starch, to make their fries crispier, but I guess people hated it.
Really?
So now they've taken it away.
Oh, all right.
I don't notice the minutia in the fast food industry.
Yeah. I also don't know when they did it. So, I mean, it could have been in a window where I didn't have it.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't notice any difference the last time I had the Chick-fil-A.
You know that story you did yesterday about the golfer that
the alligator
tapped the alligator in his
give
butt?
a little butt tap and got him to go back in the water.
I saw the video, and here's what's wrong with me. I immediately wished that gator would have spun and bit him on the leg.
Why?
Because I don't like anyone with that much confidence. Because there was another golfer who saw it, he's like, ah!
He went, ah!
And that would be me.
Yeah.
And then here comes Joe Cool, who's always been Mr. Popular, and he just taps in the butt and jumps in. And I'm like, I hate you.
Yeah. I mean, my guess is, I don't know anything about Cody Gribble is the guy that did that. I don't know if he's a Florida kid or not, but if you're a Florida kid, you probably grew up around him and you know what you can do and what you can't do.
I guess. Having a dog and strength are the 2 number 1 things to do to live a long life.
Having a dog and strength?
Yes. And you see Mr. Conceited over there was like, oh, good, because I have both.
I don't being conceited. I'm just excited. I'm doing something right.
Because you have both.
I mean,
you're like the guy that tapped the alligator.
You could have dogs too. You could be big too. You just got to lift.
Wow.
I know you can. I've seen you. I saw the pictures of Big Dave. I know it's there.
Oh, as opposed to Little Dave. Chubby Cutlet
you have
Dave.
waded
I can't
into
call
dangerous.
Dave,
You
I
have
can't
tapped
call
the alligator.
I can't call anyone little. I mean, let's be real. I look up at literally everyone.
Well, I'm done for the day. I was thinking about last night, and I'm only a little bit kidding about this. The state of the world, and certainly the state of our country, we need something like really, truly finding Bigfoot. Like having one in a cage. We need something. We need like it's like when you're having an argument with your spouse. You need like an intervening thing to just stop you both in your tracks and go, holy crap, a meteorite just came through the friggin' ceiling, right? If something weird like that happened, like aliens would be much bigger than that, but like I'll settle for finding Bigfoot. I think it would just make everyone stop and go, wow, all this crap seems a lot less important now that I know that these guys are on the planet with us. Does that make any sense?
No, we definitely need a smack in the face to slap us out of this weird thing that we're in.
Yeah.
Maybe I just don't have much hope, but I feel like if we did have Bigfoot in a cage, it would just be another excuse to fight about something.
You're probably right.
You know, there'd be like the people who are like, you need to let him out of that cage right now.
Yeah,
and then
like,
the other people are like, we need to kill
nope,
Bigfoot immediately. He's the enemy.
He's going to the ballroom.
Yeah.
Speaking of the ballroom, I read an article today where there's some place where you can go and formally comment. And they've had 33,000 comments about the ballroom, and 97% of them were negative.
Oh,
yeah. So,
well, then I wonder why.
Which is going to make zero difference.
It's like I see people making the argument too. Like what? They should keep holding these get-togethers in tents? Yeah, please. That'd be great. I don't care. I'm not going to them. They can sit in tents. That's great.
You don't care.
Yeah, I do not care. I don't care if the other country's dignitaries are going in a fancy-ass tent. Great. Suck it up. It's not that hard. You're okay. You'll be fine. You'll be at the Ritz later on that night.
I just don't like the way it happened. But I would have been fine with a ballroom.
Sure.
I'm not totally in on 1,000-person ballroom.
What are we doing here?
It's like, 10 stories high or something.
It's like Henry VIII's court. We got to have this big ass Garrett get together. Yeah. Okay.
Well, I mean, you guys bring up a good point. It doesn't feel like it can be a winner for the White House because the average person is never going to be invited to that ballroom.
And isn't
so
that
asking people to get behind it is like,
I'm not being Pollyannish here. I don't think we could do this today because we're all crazy and very shooty. But like in the 1930s, as I understand it, people used to picnic on the White House lawn and you could just walk in.
I did not
because
know
it was the people's house and you could just,
And then we all lost our damn minds.
Yeah. Now you can't get close unless it's on a tour and then you don't get to see everything.
Yeah.
And you're right. It isn't right that the people don't get to enjoy any of that.
well, I think they
Or have
should
a say in it. Not just that, all of it.
Yeah.
We should at least get an MTV Cribs style documentary hosted by whoever is the president at the time. Like Donald Trump should be walking us through his quarters, showing us
I'm sure we will.
his bedroom, his bathroom.
I'm sure we will.
We deserve that as a people.
Tell you guys about John Moriarty at E3 Wealth. If you aren't a business owner or you're not an entrepreneur, you're just like me, you're a W-2 employee, you can talk to John. He does do personal finances, but his real love and passion and expertise is helping people out financially, tax-wise, business coaching, who own businesses and who are entrepreneurs. And the big reason is, as I found out, 1 year when I tried to do it unsuccessfully, that when you are incorporated, you can take a lot more deductions and whatever the hell amortization is and depreciation and things like that. And John knows it backwards and forwards. He's great at helping you transition. If you're thinking about passing your business on to your family, or maybe selling to a longtime employee or another company. If you have trouble finding financial people to match your energy and your vision and maybe your aggressiveness in the market, you have found him with John. Just go to e3wealth.com, make an appointment, see what you think.
Every spring brings promises, and every spring delivers surprises. This year, the Cardinals are writing a new story, and there will be plenty of surprises. Matt Pauley is in Jupiter with inside access to Camp Cardinals.
Presented by St. Louis Composting. Composting, growing gardens and making memories. And Happy Roof. We always create happy endings.
From breakout performances to roster revelations, get reports throughout the day on the voice of the Cardinals. KMOX.
If you owe the IRS, you have a legal issue, and you need the Lance Drury Law Firm. We'll protect your rights. Log on at lancedrurylaw.com.
Carpal tunnel syndrome, heart failure that doesn't improve with common medicines. These are some signs and symptoms associated with ATTR-CM, or the cardiomyopathy of ATTR amyloidosis, a serious heart condition with symptoms that get worse over time. Amvuttra, vutrisiran, is a prescription medicine given by a healthcare provider that treats ATTR-CM in adults to reduce heart-related death, hospital stays, and urgent visits. In a clinical study, Amvuttra was proven to help people live longer and have fewer heart-related hospital stays and urgent visits over 3 years compared to placebo. Amvuttra lowers the amount of vitamin A in your blood, which can affect vision. Other side effects include pain in the arms or legs, pain in the joints, and shortness of breath. These are not all the possible side effects of Amvuttra. For prescribing information, call 1-833-256-2748 or learn more at amvuttra.com. Ask your doctor about Amvuttra for ATTR-CM.
For 100 years, KMOX has been a part of St. Louis. Now, those moments live on, preserved, remastered, and ready to be heard again. Discover KMOX from the Archives, a podcast featuring classic audio from a century of service.
Sponsored by Overhead Door Company of St. Louis, the genuine, the original.
The KMOX from the Archives podcast, available now at KMOX100.com or wherever you get your podcasts.
Turning 50 doesn't mean slowing down. It means getting smarter about your health.
That's why we created Neovitin Men's 50 Plus Multivitamin. It's doctor formulated to support your energy, immune health, and overall vitality. Plus, it's made in the U.S. using the finest domestic and international ingredients. Take control of your health with supplements you can trust. Look for Neovitin Men's 50 Plus at your local Schnucks, Dierbergs, or online at neovitin.com. Neovitin, made for men who keep moving forward.
.249 DGS on KMOX. So I brought this up at the beginning of the show just as a tiny part of my big government rant. But it's true. RFK is going to Starbucks and Dunkin' and saying that I don't like your iced coffees. There's too much sugar and it's unhealthy for America. And you need to proactively prove to me that it's not unhealthy or we're going to pull them. Just how's that hit you? I mean, if you're a fan, say it. If he's protecting people from getting fat and diabetes, so be it.
Well, I don't think it's wrong to maybe hold these places to account as far as like what is it that we're actually putting into our bodies. So the quote that I had seen was, he said, we're going to ask Dunkin' Donuts and Starbucks, show us the safety data that shows that it's okay for a teenage girl to drink an iced coffee with 115 grams of sugar in it. I don't think they're going to be able to do it. While I might agree with RFK Jr. that, yeah, I don't think it is best for a teenage girl to be drinking something like that every morning. Well, what are we going to do? Are we going to start carding people at the Starbucks? Like, if their parents say they can have it and it's publicly available, if it's something you can buy without showing an ID, like we're getting into like this policing of like what you're allowed to drink. There's plenty of alcoholic beverages that are probably way worse for you than the Dunkin' Donuts is every morning. I don't know. Go ahead, Wheels.
It's just stupid. So are you going to shut down all the cake makers and the cookie makers and everybody else that's making foods that people shouldn't eat, according to you? Why are you picking two companies and saying, no, your products are the ones? Are you going to tell Coca-Cola they can't sell regular Coke anymore? Are you going to tell Pepsi they can't sell Pepsi? I mean, what are we doing? Why would you pick two? Because people think, do people actually think sugary coffee is not sugary coffee? I think people know exactly what it is. The only thing you should ever have to do is disclose what's in it, right? Have the nutritional information. Why do you have to prove anything else? Nobody has to choose that. And if I could walk down the street and get an ice cream, are you going to shut down Baskin Robbins? Because I can walk down the street and get an ice cream, and that's going to be more sugar than what I'm putting in my coffee. There's just no logical consistency to it. And of course, he's a crazy person, so there's not going to be logical consistency. This guy walks around working out in jeans and taking his shirt off all the time as a serious person with a serious job. And yet now you're telling me you think this makes sense? You're just going to pick out a couple of companies and like, you need to prove. All right, well, does Duncan Hines need to prove it to you? Does the Cookie Factory need to prove it to you?
Don't come for Betty Crocker.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, where does this end? Does it end with him deciding what everybody's allowed to eat?
Did you see a couple weeks ago? We kind of missed out on this one.
Because I'm not eating bear.
But whalehead. But did you see when he said, if you're so broke, just eat liver?
Oh, for God's sake.
Yeah, he was talking about how if you eat porterhouse steak, that can get pricey, but you can eat liver and it's real cheap. Kind of a let him eat cake moment.
Spoken like a spoiled ass rich kid, right? That's what I mean, there's a lot of things about him that I don't like. The fact that he just ignores what most like mainstream science sees is one thing. But the fact that if his name wasn't Kennedy, nobody would know who he is. He would be a crackpot podcaster.
Yep.
But the fact that his last name is Kennedy and his dad was Robert Kennedy makes him a serious person for some reason. He's a
Great
knucklehead.
comments. We about to read those?
Yeah,
Rach?
Linda brings up a great point. She said, "Why girls?"
Yeah, I hadn't even clocked
Good
that.
point.
But
Yeah.
I think what RFK Jr. is trying to do is he's trying to change the culture. Like, you're asking Wheels, like, why is he focused in on these two companies? There's obviously something that bothers RFK Jr. about the fact that people go buy specifically these drinks, and they have become like a bit of a status symbol. Like, if a teenager feels cool walking into high school with their Starbucks cup, right? Like that's become part of our culture. The thing is, that's capitalism. Like, I don't know what to tell you. It's not illegal to drink a bunch of sugar. Yes, it's over the recommended amount, but there's plenty of things that exceed that. But he's micro focusing on these like pet peeves of his instead of trying to like educate and improve our health overall. And it's just a really, really bad strategy. Like, he might be coming from a decent place, or like, but it's a bad strategy.
Blair's comment says it's okay to snort cocaine off a toilet, but coffee drinks, no way. That's great.
I mean, it's the amount of stupid.
Yeah.
And this idea that everything that you think has a chemical name is poison. Every person who studies food science will tell you, yeah, everything's made of chemicals, you guys. Everything is a chemical. All the stuff you eat and drink, there are chemicals that comprise those things. They're the components of these things. It's maddening. And it's all the selectivity is also the maddening part of it.
You know what's maddening to me? Your hair.
Yeah, it looks pretty bad, doesn't it?
When are you going to get that cut?
I don't know.
I'll take you.
Last year, we had 295 trials where we've been offered a total of $90 million on all those cases. When the dust settled, we had recovered over $1.1 billion in verdicts and mid-trial settlements. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. We became America's largest injury firm for a reason. We won a lot, $30 billion and counting. The best part of all those wins is that it helps you when you hire us. All those wins allow us to let the insurance company know we mean business. And believe me, they know who we are. If you've been injured, Google Morgan & Morgan results. You're not bragging if it's a fact. 3 million people tried to hire us last year alone. That happened for a reason. Visit forthepeople.com and let's get started this minute. Morgan & Morgan, forthepeople.com.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements. Past results afford no guarantee of future results. Every case is different and must be judged on its own merits.
I get to talk to you guys about Schnucks twice in one day, and I want to tell you about the boosts on the Schnucks Rewards app. So basically, this changes over every month. You can go in and activate a different boost, which is going to end up earning you more money in rewards. So I'm looking at my boost right now. I can earn $5 in rewards if I spend $25 in baby products, $25 in cut fruit and packaged salads. I'll earn $5 in rewards. If I spend $25 in Full Circle, I'll earn $5 in rewards. So this is the kind of thing where it's like, hey, if you already buy that stuff, you can kind of turn it into a game for yourself. And over the course of the month, if you're spending $25, you're going to earn an additional $5 in rewards. It's really, really nice. And like I said, it resets every month. There's going to be new deals next month. So definitely check that out on the Schnucks Rewards app. There's tons of other digital offers and savings you can check out as well, including personalized savings based on what you would typically buy at Schnucks. So if you haven't downloaded it yet, it's the Schnucks Rewards app. Go do it right now.
I'm Piera Palazzolo, VP of Digital Marketing for the American Management Association, a company focused on the management training skills needed to enhance the careers of business professionals. We did our research when it came to the best companies for website development and chose AmericanEagle.com. And we couldn't be happier. AmericanEagle.com worked closely with us to understand the front and back end requirements needed to launch an e-commerce website that could handle the complexities of running thousands of seminars nationwide. Our robust new website and improved SEO saw immediate increases in site traffic and web revenue. If you're in need of managerial effectiveness and success, visit our website at Amanet.org. If you're in need of a website that provides an unparalleled consumer experience, I highly recommend AmericanEagle.com.
Transform your business today. Dial 877-WebNow1 for a free digital consultation with AmericanEagle.com.
My car smells fresh, so fresh, always so fresh every day. My car smells fresh, so fresh, like I cleaned it yesterday. Got that Febreze car on the vents, living life with that just clean freshness. Febreze car, if you know, you know. After 40 days a cent on low. My car smells fresh, so fresh, always so fresh every day. My car smells fresh. So fresh, like I cleaned it yesterday. That's right. Breathe happy, Febreze. La 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 la.
Okay, I have to tell you, I was just looking on eBay where I go for all kinds of things I love, and there it was.
That hologram trading card. One of the rarest. The last one I needed for my set. Shiny like the
designer handbag of my dreams. One of a kind. eBay had it, and now everyone's asking, ooh, where'd you get your
windshield wipers? eBay has all the parts that fit my car. No more annoying. Just beautiful.
Millions of finds, each with a story. eBay. Things people love.
News, talk, cards. KMOX AM St. Louis. KMOX FM Hazelwood. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
At 3 o'clock, it's a cloudy sky. Right now, 61 degrees downtown at the Arch.
CBS News special report. Kristi Noem is out as Homeland Security Secretary. CBS's Nancy Cortez has more from the White House.
After about 24 hours of speculation, the president, as he likes to do, just made the announcement himself via Truth Social, saying that he was going to be putting Markwayne Mullin, the senator from Oklahoma, in charge of the Department of Homeland Security, and essentially demoting, not firing, but reassigning Kristi Noem to what he described as special envoy for the Shield of the Americas, which he said is a new security initiative in the Western Hemisphere that he plans to announce on Saturday in Florida.
The announcement came after criticism of DHS spending, including $200 million on an ad campaign, which Noem said the president approved. Noem has been under fire for months after the fatal shooting in Minneapolis. CBS News special report. I'm Cammie McCormick.
After a census report showed the St. Louis region lagging behind the nation in building new housing, the city is taking steps toward making that easier.
The city's announcing they are moving the building permit application process online, no longer requiring contractors to wait in person at City Hall and speeding up the times those permits will be issued. What more is being done? Mayor Kara Spencer points to new zoning rules coming later this year and working with locals on how to rebuild around the tornado disaster area. She also teases utilizing the RAMS money.
Building out a plan for investing the RAMS dollars in a way that can not only support the area impacted by the tornado, but really shore up downtown and infrastructure citywide.
The census will release the latest population estimates towards the end of the month. Sean Malone, KMOX News.
Six Flags. It's playtime.
Well, Six Flags is selling its St. Louis amusement park, one of the company's original 3 locations. The parent company says it's offloading 7 regional parks to Kansas City-based Real Estate Investment Trust, EPR Properties, for $331 million. The parks will keep the Six Flags brand through the end of this year. Season passes will be honored through the 2026 season. An Orlando company under the brand Enchanted Parks is expected to operate the St. Louis property going forward. Arch Madness starts today. President of the St. Louis Sports Commission, Mark Schreiber, says the economic impact is estimated at $5 million.
I think if you were to go around downtown and ask any of the hotels in the community here, restaurants, whatever, it's a great weekend and it's a much needed weekend for the area. So no matter what that number is, it's significant and very meaningful for downtown St. Louis.
The Missouri Valley Conference Tournament runs through Sunday. From the business desk, the job market is in the spotlight today. Here's Jason Brooks.
The pace of job cuts slowed down in February, according to outplacement firm Challenger Gray and Christmas, which reported just over 48,000 layoffs last month, down 55% from January. And while hiring plans rose from January's meager total, hiring plans were still down more than 60% compared to a year earlier. The government reports its February job numbers on Friday, and the market is expecting a gain of around 50,000, with the unemployment rate holding steady at 4.3%. Revisions will be a key factor, as the Bureau of Labor Statistics reported a much better than expected gain of 130,000 in January.
Let's get an update now of the St. Louis Business Index. To Stifel we go. Scott Bedell. Scott.
Good afternoon, Michael. Hello, everyone. As a result of the war in Iran, crude oil prices jumped 7% today. Higher oil prices lead to rising interest rates. Higher rates lead to lower stock prices. And today it was across the board. At the closing bell, the Dow Jones Industrial Average had fallen 785 points, or just about 1.6% at 47,954. The Standard & Poor's 500 index slid 0.5% to 6,830, while NASDAQ dropped 0.25%, closing at 22,748. The worst decline on the day belonged to the Bloomberg St. Louis Stock Index, as it fell 2% to close at 1,659. Looking at some St. Louis companies, Stifel Financial slipped 12 cents at $75.08. Boeing fell 2.3% at $222.06. Emerson Electric lost 2%, closing at $142.22. On the upside today, just a handful of companies. Energizer gaining 0.9% at $19.20, while Olin Corporation added 0.6%. They closed at $24.62. For KMOX, this has been Scott Bedell from Stifel Financial, member SIPC and New York Stock Exchange. For more information on our firm, we invite you to visit our website at stifel.com.
We've got a crash on 70 going west at I-170. That's got the left lane and left exit closed. 70 going west before I-170. Just cleared some debris on 44 going east at Grand, and we've got a stalled vehicle 44 east at Park Avenue.
Still dealing with an unsettled weather pattern, but less in the way of showers and thunderstorms today. There's still some around, but less than yesterday. A mix of clouds and sunshine going through the afternoon, 71. Tonight, scattered showers and thunderstorms, 58. No question, a springtime pattern. Friday, partly sunny, windy and warm, 80 degrees, nothing more than a spot thunderstorm on Friday. So expect lots and lots of dry time Friday. Cold front coming through Friday night, but it's nothing to write home about. Some scattered showers and thunderstorms, 57. The weekend, Saturday, some showers around in the morning. Otherwise, mostly cloudy, but the air behind this front is not really cold at all. 65 on Saturday, Sunday, sunny, and also 65. From the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Dave Murray on 104.1 FM. KMOX.
And at the moment, it is a cloudy sky downtown at the Arch. We've got 65 degrees, sponsored by Financial and Tax Strategies. I'm Michael Calhoun, KMOX News.
Retirement shouldn't feel like balancing a checkbook while blindfolded. I'm Gary Goldberg, and my team helps you see the big picture so you can retire younger, richer, and with less anxiety. Because guessing is not a strategy. Tune in to Wealth and Wisdom with Gary Goldberg Saturday mornings at 7 here on KMOX.
The Dave Glover Show is sponsored by the Michaels Flooring Outlet, the flooring experts. IGotFloored.com.
Welcome back, guys. DGS. Happy Thursday. A few minutes past 3 p.m. Every Thursday, we have our pal Janelle come in. You can find her on social media under Holy L-E-L-L-E. She does movie reviews on TikTok, which I like a lot. What are we talking about today?
Well, I did see Project Hail Mary on Tuesday, but I can't talk about that until next week.
Okay.
So,
can you say words that are random and mean nothing?
Good. Should see.
Okay.
We'll leave it there. But
Okay.
No, quite enjoyed it.
Good.
I did see Scream 7 because I wanted to, see how that franchise is going. Yeah. Well, it was a really fun movie right up until about the last 10 minutes, and then it was kind of like a wet fart. So,
well, we all know what that's like.
I mean, who doesn't? I mean, really?
I grew up with a brother, so no, it's quite familiar. It just kind of fizzled at the end. It'll be interesting because I think the franchise is 30 years old this year, which is crazy. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they continue or try to continue this on, because usually, I don't know how many of you have you ever seen any of them? Oh, you have never seen any of them. Oh, okay. Well, the killers usually at the end are kind of related to the franchise in some sort of way. They're related to somebody, or there's an off relationship, but it always ties into
Like Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, like it ties and it keeps that kind of the snowball of a franchise rolling. Like, okay, well, violence begets violence. Like, oh, now that they've killed this person, now somebody else will try to take revenge, blah, blah, blah. And this one was just very random, doesn't tie into it. And so I'm kind of wondering if they're just kind of winding down in the franchise. But, you know, I mean, who knows? It'll probably make $1 bazillion here in the next. I mean, I think it had one of the biggest, I think it's been the biggest or openings here so far. I did see Hoppers, the new Pixar movie, but I'm kind of wondering if kids just aren't, especially that the newer generations aren't interested in the original stuff anymore, like any original ideas. It's just a lot of Gen Z and my generation, Gen X and millennials, taking them to see like Toy Story 5 and The Incredibles 2 and Inside Out 2. If there's any interest on these kids anymore to see hour and a half, 2-hour films, like, do you think little kids are into that? Like,
gosh, I don't know. What a great question, because it's been 10 years now probably since Phoebe was small enough to be considered like that. And it's a really interesting concept that for generations, I guess, we have been remaking things from our childhood.
Sure.
Like, look, it's a new Cinderella.
Right. And like my kids will watch, like Inside Out 2. I mean, they're in their 20s and they'll watch Inside Out 2 and they'll watch the Toy Stories and the Cars and the Incredibles, but they grew up with that when they were small. So it's like, it's a franchise that they grew up on. It's like, I just don't know if kids now are like, maybe do children not have the attention span to sit through movies and they don't care about original ideas?
Wouldn't that be awful? Because I remember when the kids were little, just being so thankful for any movie, no matter how crap it was, because, they were entertained for a couple of hours.
Under the Hedge, Flushed Away.
Yeah, you could just kind of nap.
Yeah, it was, and they would watch them over and over and over. You had to get really used to those songs being played. But I just don't know because they're showing in the box office that these original ideas, they're not gaining the momentum. They're not getting the box office hits. It's a lot of the stuff that is stuff that our generation and a little bit younger are used to seeing. So they might be going and taking their kids because they want to see it, but are the kids really interested anymore in it?
Well, look at the most successful film in the past couple of years for kids is probably got to be K-pop Demon Hunters, right?
Sure, but was that at the theaters?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is like, I think a lot of these, like, that would have been like a huge opportunity, and I think it had a limited theatrical release, but like in general, that just people just streamed that. Like, I know my nieces, like, they love going to the movie theater, but I just think like Hoppers, I haven't seen it. It just doesn't seem very good.
Right. I mean,
it doesn't seem.
And it's your typical Pixar formula. It's going to be cute, but I think like the story's way too convoluted for a little kid to understand. It's going to have some emotional stuff, but I mean, outside of that, it's just, I do think that you're going to see more kids lean towards things that are, like with the K-pop, it's going to be kind of niche, and it's going to be stuff that they saw trending online, and a lot of the Korean stuff is popular right now. So it's like, I think it's like whatever you think can make a good like TikTok clip might get kids interested in it. And I just don't know if we're kind of moving past the whole Pixar point.
How young are kids on TikTok now, do you think?
I mean, I'm sure some parents I would imagine some parents just don't care as long as it's, as long as it's entertaining them. I'm not saying that that's right, but I just can't imagine that. Yeah. And online, you can always tell that the people, they're probably 14 with some of these opinions that they've got coming out. So I don't know. I don't know how young they are, but I know that like a lot of them like to just get clips of stuff and see it.
Do you anticipate, because we've talked about this a lot, and I've fallen on my sword saying that 2 years of TikTok has really impacted my brain.
Sure.
And I have trouble sitting through 90-minute movies. I don't even try to read anymore. Do you think that the industry will start responding to that if they haven't already?
Well, they have. Remember when The Rip came out and Matt Damon had talked about on the podcast that the formula now for those streaming services is you got to make sure that there's an action scene within the first 2-3 minutes of a movie, that they reiterate the plot 4 and 5 times because they're aware that somebody's not watching. It might be on their phone. And so it needs to be constantly said. And that now there has to be an action scene in the first, second, and third acts of a movie. Whereas before there might have been a slow build or a story there. And it's just people, they know, especially with streaming content like Netflix movies and Prime movies and those things, that it's just directly to streaming. They know that they're competing with somebody sitting on their phone at home. And so it's kind of sad because, again, I think it's very like, hopefully people keep going to the theater and seeing movies that have a story to tell that might take a while to get, to tell it. But I just worry that, like, sometimes a lot of the streaming movies are basically is fast food content. It's fast food content. And I don't know if that's not great because if you live off fast food, obviously it's not going to be the best for you. Yeah. But there's a good place in between of getting some good deep art and some crap.
Wheels, have you clocked a change in the way you consume stuff?
Not really. I'll say that I will lose focus if I'm not having a great time. Like if I'm watching a movie that's not that good, I'm not as likely to just stay locked in it. But if I'm watching something that is like I'm interested in, like Monarch, we were talking about that earlier, the new season's out on Apple, I'm not checking my phone during that. I don't have it open. In a movie, it would be if it's a boring part of the movie, or if
but you're not at the theater checking your phone.
Right. If I'm at a theater, no, because I'm not going to the theater unless I really want to see the movie.
Right.
So I don't have the problem as long as it's something that's attractive to me. Like I'm interested in it. I wanted to see it. I can sit through a baseball game and not be on my phone the whole time. But in sporting events, though, you have natural breaks. You have literal commercial breaks, right? So you can do that stuff then, and then the game starts back up. It's a little easier.
I think a lot of times the fact that we don't get commercials anymore, I think that has kind of really ruined people because it's like I used to commercial breaks are time you get up, you would do some laundry, you would, I'd let my dogs out. We don't have that anymore. And it's just it's like your brain's supposed to be locked in for X amount of minutes. And I just don't think our brains, are built like that. And I think because of that, now that we've actually kind of made it even worse, because I think we're naturally looking for a break for our minds. And that's the reason we are looking at content in such choppy blocks, is because your brain wants to consume and then take a break, consume, take a break. But yeah, I don't know.
I'd love to see at some point, maybe the movie industry does it, but do a study on which movies tend to have people on their phones more, which ones don't. And is there something about the ones that don't that you can replicate to make it so that if you want to do the bigger piece, if you want to do the more artistic thing, that like this is how you keep people off their phones.
Yeah, but I don't
are people on their phones watching Avengers Endgame?
I mean, there probably was. I mean, the thing is, whereas I agree with you, I also don't think that you should be catering to people who can't stay off their phone.
I'm not saying cater. It's like you understand. Okay, this is what we have to do to please this audience. So maybe that's the streaming stuff that you're talking about. Where you have to restate the plot, and
it's 100% the streaming service. Yeah. Like they have catered to the people that can't stay off their phones during a movie, which is it. It is what it is. But then, like, you are just consuming. I don't want to say crap. I mean, some of the stuff's fun, but it's not going to be like, it's not going to be Frankenstein level, it's not going to be Sinners level. You're missing out on a good 5-course meal and you're just having nuggets all the time. So.
When is the Oscars?
The 15th.
Isn't it usually like in January?
No, it's usually in March. They do the nominations in January.
Okay.
Yeah. But that's what I'm working through right now, is trying to watch a lot of the stuff that's hit streaming that's going to be nominated. So I can kind of figure out who's going to win whatever. But and then tomorrow I see The Bride with Christian Bale and Jesse Buckley. It looks like a musical that's a Bonnie and Clyde type, but it's dealing with Frankenstein, and it looks weird. But hey, it's an original movie. I'll go see it. Yeah. Let's enjoy it.
The only criticism I've seen so far was an article talking about how the reviewer thought that it melded sex and violence too much for the story. So that's all.
Well, I mean, watch Game of Thrones that you just you get that on there. But hey, like you have Netflix. Nuremberg will be on Netflix on March 7th.
Good, because I watched half of it. I bought it.
Okay.
And watched half of it. Didn't realize how boring Nazis were, and I'm just like, oh my god, I just can't hang in.
Okay.
So
yeah. Well, all right.
It was just what's his name? The guy that played Freddie Mercury.
Oh, Rafe. Oh, not Rafe.
Rami
Malek. Yeah.
I just.
What is it about him?
It's just like he's too impish. His eyes are too bulgy.
He does walk around like this. He's
yes,
like,
and he just keeps making that same bulgy-eyed face like over and over again. The same one he made as Freddie Mercury, he's making as the psychiatrist in Nuremberg. And I'm like, really?
That kind of bugged me in like Mr. Robot, which was kind of his first big thing as a TV show. And he's
you do have to get past.
He's always surprised. He's like, he just saw you. Like, oh, hi.
He looks like he's just always got bad news.
What did you think about Russell Crowe though? So far,
fine.
Yeah.
Like just fine.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't find anything about the first half of his performance to be especially gravitas and compelling.
Sure.
He can do a decent German accent and like, okay.
Did you even get to the trial part?
No.
Okay.
No.
All right.
Right there. So let me tell you guys about Mosby Building Arts. And for the next couple of weeks, my lives are just going to be reviews that customers of ours wrote. So one of the benefits of working with a design build firm like Mosby is not having to coordinate multiple contractors yourself. God, amen to that. And here's the review. All of the carpenters, project managers, and designers were excellent to work with, very polite and respectful of our property. We appreciated that it was all in one from design to completion, that we didn't have to generally manage the project ourselves. So I've never done a big remodel, but I've done like little remodels here and there. And first of all, something always goes wrong. Something always goes sideways, right? There's always like, oh, we didn't know that this was going to be like this when we pulled this out. Now it's going to be this much more expensive. We can't come back until the plumber's there, and we don't have any contact with them. So call the plumber, find out when they're coming. Then we'll be there 2 days after that. It's just a tremendous pain in the ass. One of the things you pay for with Mosby is Mosby doing all of that work. You're not a contractor. They are. They're going to make sure that every craftsperson who needs to be there is there at the right time so that the next craftsperson can come in and they can do their work, and then the next person can come in and do their work. So you're paying for them to manage everything perfectly so that you don't have any stress. That's a pretty big deal. Visit callmosby.com to discover Mosby's 5-star full-service offerings.
I'm Mark Solinger, producer and one of the hosts of the Moth podcast. For nearly 2 decades, the Moth has brought live storytelling to stages around the world and to millions of listeners. These are real people telling true stories from their lives. Stories about a lost family recipe, about working to free a wrongfully convicted man, about realizing you need to leave your May-December romance. Stories that will move you, surprise you, make you laugh. Stories you can't forget. Join us. Follow and listen to the Moth wherever you get your podcasts.
I was ordering food for the office from the same few places for too long.
For workplaces suffering with office food fatigue, every day's a struggle.
Before starting EasyCater, I assumed having no good vegan options for Carl in finance was normal.
EasyCater is designed to treat OFF with a huge variety of favorite restaurants, plus tools to help you meet dietary needs and stay on budget. Used daily, one platform lets you save time and shine. Ask your app store about EasyCater or start an order at easycater.com.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance tech at a university, he knows ordering from multiple suppliers takes time away from keeping their arena up and running. That's why he counts on Grainger to get everything he needs, from lighting and HVAC parts to plumbing supplies, all in one place. And with fast, dependable delivery, he's stocked and ready for the next tip-off. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Is life insurance on your list of New Year's resolutions? Now is the perfect time to add it. A buddy told me that securing life insurance sooner rather than later can help you lock in lower rates for years to come. So I added this to my list this year and got it done. I called SelectQuote and was shocked at how easy and affordable life insurance is. I'm 40 and got a $500,000 policy for $18 a month. My wife's also 40, and her $500,000 policy was only $16 a month. Plus, with SelectQuote's same-day coverage, no medical exam was required, and we were covered by the time we hung up. Checking this off my list felt great, but the peace of mind knowing my family is protected feels even better.
Call SelectQuote at 1-800-280-5858 for your free quote today. That's 1-800-280-5858. Or go to SelectQuote.com. That's 1-800-280-5858. Details on example rate at SelectQuote.com.
The 46th Builders St. Louis Home and Garden Show returns to America's Center March 6th through 8th.
Bring the whole family to watch the adrenaline-pumping off-axis stunt show and the canines in the clouds frisbee dogs.
Details at stlhomeshow.com.
100 years, one legendary voice. Relive KMOX's century of service, classic audio, photos, videos, and more at KMOX100.com.
.324 DGS. So I'm not a big Jurassic Park guy. I saw the first one and maybe the second one. But the real Alan Grant from Jurassic Park has been fired from all of his jobs because he is in the Epstein files.
Oh, man.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, the real Alan Grant?
Yeah.
Sam Neill?
Sam Neill. Yes.
No, Jack Horner.
What's going on?
Sam Neill's not in the Epstein files. Sam Neill's an actor.
No,
Jack Horner.
I'm saying he's playing Sam Neill. He's playing Sam Neill's character.
No.
Sam Neill is playing
Jack Horner's character.
That's
Jack
what I meant.
Horner's
Yes.
character.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yes.
Or at least they're both paleontologists, I think is
Right.
is
He,
kind
it,
of,
it was inspired. I mean, he's
Yes.
worked on all 7
he is
films.
the man who was the inspiration
Right.
for
Yes.
the character of Alan Grant, played by Sam Neill. His name is Jack Horner. I was getting him on the show.
Was he sitting in the
and
corner?
then I decided not to because he's in
Yeah.
the Epstein files.
What's that?
So was he sitting in the corner?
God, that's got him in trouble. Said that he exchanged emails with Epstein in 2012, but he claims it was all related to a potential donation to his Dino Chicken project. I don't know what that is.
A Dino Chicken.
Well, my mind immediately goes to Jeffrey Epstein.
Oh, it was his attempt to reverse engineer a chicken into a dinosaur.
Well, I mean, birds are dinosaurs, so.
How weird. So you're trying to get this rich pedophile to fund your project to turn a chicken into a dinosaur, and ends up costing you your career.
Well, because maybe this is not what he was doing.
Right.
Well, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. At least not all he was doing.
Yeah. He was digging up all kinds of stuff.
I'm just glad Sam Neill is doing fine.
He's cool.
Because that was a disappointing couple of seconds.
Sam Neill is safe.
I know. I was like really confused there for a second. Like, what's happening?
No, not Sam.
Speaking of dinosaurs, Dino from the Flintstones tops a ranking of the greatest dinosaur characters of all time.
And he's cute.
Followed by Yoshi from Super Mario and Littlefoot from The Land Before Time.
A huge list.
There aren't more famous dinosaurs than that?
Pretty big list.
I was going to say, really?
Yeah. No, there's like a bunch of them, but half of them are from Land Before Time.
These are the cutest.
Oh, okay. I was like, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Yoshi and Littlefoot, and then Not the Mama, the baby from
Not the Mama.
Not the Mama.
Dinosaurs. That's the Holy Trinity.
God, that was a TV show. That's so weird.
What's
It's
that?
so good.
That it was good?
Oh,
Yeah, it was funny.
Oh my
that
God.
show.
It had to be a kid's thing, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Have
it
you
was
not seen
it was
it?
a family sitcom on ABC.
Right, but it's a primetime sitcom, and I'm like, I saw it the first time. I'm like, okie dokie.
What's
I
he
like
crapping on?
Dinosaurs.
TV show Dinosaurs.
Oh, I missed
Sorry,
the
it's
whole
not
thing.
premium cable. They weren't getting beheaded every week. Jeez.
A strange sentence.
KMOX, delivering accurate, timely reporting every day and rising to the moment when major stories unfold.
I think the president has all the authority he needs to protect the country from the revolutionary regime in Iran.
The Iranian Air Force is no more.
The U.S. government said to all Americans in the Middle East, get out.
There are real fears a longer conflict could lead to higher inflation. One reason? Rising gasoline prices.
We will now begin to expand inland.
If it matters, it's on. 104.1 FM, KMOX.
Looking to build your dream home? Lombardo Homes has become synonymous with quality, luxury, and customization, offering thoughtfully designed homes in the area's most desirable communities. And for the month of March, we're giving you even more room to live. For a limited time, receive a free finished recreation room in the lower level, perfect for entertaining, movie nights, a home gym, or whatever fits your lifestyle. This special incentive is available in select communities and only during the month of March. Visit LombardoHomes.com to explore and be sure to ask your sales manager for details.
Start your summer early at the St. Charles Boat Show, March 5th through 8th at the St. Charles Convention Center. The top marine dealers from the Lake of the Ozarks will be on site with the newest boats, personal watercraft, docks, and accessories. Step aboard, compare models, and find the perfect ride for your family. Special show pricing and experts ready to help make your boating dreams a reality. Visit lakeoftheozarksboatdealers.com for more information.
Working full-time but still falling behind? Learn how real estate education can help you build income and get ahead on your terms. Text radio to 88007. That's RADIO to 88007. Presented by Lifestyles Unlimited.
Experience music, magic, story, and wonder with the St. Louis Symphony Orchestra in Scheherazade, Magic and Myth. Feel bold energy and haunting beauty as violinist Leila Josefowitz performs Alban Berg's deeply moving Violin Concerto. Then be swept away by Scheherazade. Saturday, March 14th and Sunday, March 15th at Powell Hall at the Jack C. Taylor Music Center. Tickets at slso.org.
Traffic from the MichaelsFlooringOutlet.com Traffic Center.
Well, EMS is responding for a crash of law enforcement officers involved. It doesn't sound real serious, but they are sending EMS. It's in the right center lane, southbound 270, just before 55. South 270 is jammed south of Gravois right now, and that's the only southbound 270 delay we have. I mean, it's a little slow approaching Ladue, but not that big of a deal at that point. So pretty good sized jam there. The clear to crash, it was in the right lane, westbound 70 west of Hanley. Just a little slow through Hanley right now, and it's just a little slow approaching 61, not even back at Highway A. Westbound 64, you've got pockets of heavy traffic from Kings Highway out to Clayton Skinker. It's a little slow passing Spady, and approaching 364, it's bogged down all the way out to Highway 70. Southbound 55, Gasconade Bates is kind of slow. There's a little bit of a heavy stretch south of Highway Z, and eastbound 64, the usual slow going, approaching 157, most of the way to 159 in the construction zone. I'm Roger Brand in the MichaelsFlooringOutlet.com Traffic Center.
Little screaming trees for you on a Thursday afternoon. Dave Murray joins us from the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Desk. Hello, Dave.
Yippee. Hello there.
How are you?
I'm doing good.
How are things in Laguna? How's Janice?
All is fine. Janice is getting better. She started PT on her elbow.
Nice.
Which is good. She has a procedure on Friday the 13th to help with the back pain. And that's all very encouraging. So we're working there. We're getting there.
You know, we never see Janice.
I know. She's out in the backyard right now.
Okay.
So you say. In a hole.
Oh, man.
No, I do have a really good vegetable garden going, so it's great fertilizer.
Oh, see?
Well, that turned dark.
We just admit something on the radio.
So
doing better. That's
Good.
not great, but doing better.
good. Milky sky out there today. Tomorrow gets a little better, right?
Yeah, tomorrow's warmer. Temperatures coming up here a little bit. Still kind of gloomy. We should have a batch of showers, maybe some thunderstorms late tonight. The evening's dry, not to be concerned. Most of Friday is still looking dry. It's going to be partly sunny. It's windy. It's warm. We're going to notice an increase in the humidity and nothing more than a spot thunderstorm. So let's think Friday during the day, a lot of dry time, 70s to near 80 degrees. Friday night, this cold front comes in. It's not really a cold front because it's only going to knock our temperatures back into the mid 60s, but it will drop us from where we are on Friday. So there'll be some showers and thunderstorms with this front. Very questionable exactly where the front becomes active and what time. So there's a lot of timing issues involved. We'll be able to really fine tune it to what I call nowcasting tomorrow at this time. But some of the storms could be strong to severe. Again, a question is for who and where. And that's very fuzzy right now. But the winds will shift later on. Saturday, some showers, maybe a thunderstorm left over in the morning, then turning partly sunny, breezy, 65. Sunday continues to look great, sunny and nice, 65 degrees. More rain coming in Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. Time change weekend, sunset Sunday.
Keep forgetting that.
7:01. Yeah, it's early. Don't forget to change your smoke alarm batteries. Good time to do it. And there's always 3 or 4 clocks or timers. It's like, oh, I didn't set that one.
Yeah. Isn't it like low key one of the worst things in life when in the middle of the night you hear that chirp?
Oh my God.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Yeah. And it's like every 22 seconds? And if it's
and
like
you
in
can
the
never
middle
tell
of the night,
right where it's coming from. You're like, is it to the left or the right?
Yeah, and then you're lying in bed, you're counting. 1,
Yeah.
2, 3. Let's make sure this is a smoke alarm. Beep.
You get the ladder out, you climb up to one, and you realize it's not that one. So you have to
No.
move the ladder.
Have you ever done that too? You get it halfway unscrewed and you're like, oh no, it's over there. Because why does that never happen at like 3:30 in the afternoon?
Yeah.
It's always at night when you're asleep. You're like,
Always.
They did a great job of finding an annoying sound you can't ignore.
Dude.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, dogs hate
Got
it.
to hardwire those.
Do your guys'
things.
cats hate it?
I don't know. I'm not chirping over here like that. Take care of
She
business.
keeps up with her batteries.
Yeah.
That's right.
Frank's is like, I stand on business,
Dude, I
man.
worked at Radio Shack. You think I don't have those 9 volts sitting around?
Has everyone put their tongue on a 9-volt?
I have, yeah.
I have, yeah. Just to see.
Don't know. Maybe it shocked
Andrew,
me to the
we
point.
know
I
it.
think I have.
Andrew,
We
you've done
know
it, right?
Andrew has done it.
You've never done
Oh,
that?
come on.
I don't have
Rachel,
a.
bring a 9-volt in tomorrow.
Okay.
Let's
What the
have
hell is
Andrew
wrong
do
with
that.
you people? I'm not. No, who is licking batteries?
Wait a minute. If you think a battery in a device is going, sometimes they give you some signs.
Right,
Don't
right.
you pull a battery out and lick it and put it back in to see if that activates it?
No.
Oh, it works all the time.
Sad, yeah.
Andrew, if
What
we can
a
get a 9-volt
remarkably-
right now, would you
No.
look it?
No.
I can't believe you didn't do it as a kid. That's when I did it.
Yeah.
Dave's giving me the. I want
It's
you to
like
lick the
it's-
battery.
Oh,
Look,
no,
I'm
no.
not licking the battery.
It's tingly.
We're all just surprised that you're the one who hasn't licked the battery.
I'm licking a freaking
Well,
battery.
I'm not getting the
Alone.
sense that the ladies have done this.
I don't have a specific memory, but I also can taste the battery.
Oh, then
right
you've
now,
done it.
So yeah, I guess I have done it.
If you can, I can taste it right now talking about it. It's
What
like,
does it taste like? Now we'll see. Now I'm
It's
curious.
like
Tastes
it's a
like-
little tingly and it's like just tastes like metal. It's
Yeah,
like,
it tastes kind of good.
And you get
honestly.
a
I would
little,
lick it if I was
tiny
you.
shock.
yeah, it's like
Oh no.
And it's not. It's more of a buzz than a shock. It's a little bit more like like a 1/100th of like those little handshake
Yeah.
buzzers.
It makes
Yes.
you go, "Nung, nung, nung,
I-
nung."
It makes you pull it away from your mouth.
Yeah, you're like, "Ugh."
I have a confusing relationship to electricity because I hate the idea of getting shocked or electrocuted in any way. It's terrifying to me. But me and my friends, we did used to like grab onto electric fences
Oh, well,
and like
well,
see
that's
how long.
next level.
This is the person hiring us.
You're talking to us like we're psychos for licking a battery, and you grab an electric fences.
To see how long we could hold on before it really started to get to us.
Yeah, like liquoring the batteries would have been the gateway drug. You did full heroin.
I had to put my mouth on the fence.
We're over here sneaking a beer from Dad, and you're just out there freebasing.
Some absinthe shots.
I didn't lick the fence.
Oh, okay.
You just grab it.
I just risk my own death from
So
electrocution.
licking is your issue.
Yes. It's put it in the mouth is the problem.
Oh.
I'll touch a battery all day. You know, that doesn't bother me.
Well, remember what he associates mouths with. Remember the intercourse, the throwing up.
Oh,
and
yeah.
everything.
That's
So
right. Yeah.
it might have been too intimate for him.
Yeah, it's like doing it with a battery.
He's like, I can't do that. That's where the babies come from.
That's cheating.
That's using
I can't lick that battery.
Would you guys play the electric fence game with me?
No.
Sure.
No.
Don't want to do
Kevin
that.
would.
Yeah.
No, he wouldn't.
Yeah.
Might.
How about a taser? Can we bring a taser in?
Oh,
I have always been a little curious. I don't want
I
it
have
because I
one.
think I would just die.
I have one.
I have one if you want me to bring it in.
I'm pretty sure my heart would explode if I was tased.
I was at Target yesterday and I was at the self checkout and there was a man there with his tiny son and he was like, "Oh, we have to pay. We better pay or they're going to tase us."
Oh.
Yeah, and I was like, "Dude, don't say that."
Where were you?
At Target.
Which Target are you going to?
A normal Target.
Okay.
And I debated, I'm like, should I say to
Any
this
given
man, like,
Target.
don't threaten your son with a tasing?
Yeah, that's terrible.
It was awful. Poor kid.
That's something my dad would have done. That was his sense of humor, right?
Did they have tasers back when you were a kid?
No.
I doubt it.
Did they do tasing?
Just electric fences. That's what.
Yeah, they just threw you
We
into
just
the
threw you
fence.
into a fence.
They just drove you out. They just drove you out to the nearest farm like that fence electrified. Throw them into it.
Drop the gun and we're going to make you lick this battery.
Yeah.
I said lick it.
Oh, man.
They say tasers were invented in 1974.
It's always earlier than you think for things like
Yeah,
that.
but they wouldn't have been like available to the public then.
Mm-hmm.
Well, who's using them then?
I mean, like cops, military.
Yeah, police.
I would have guessed it was pretty
It
specialized.
says late
for them.
90s, early 2000s.
There we go.
When
Seems more right.
when I was at my old law firm, we're in the One City Center building, like on the 14th floor. And my buddy worked at Glennon Company, which is a big marketing company. They had 2 floors above us. And someone had broken into a couple cars in the parking garage. And so my 40-person law firm had a meeting and very ceremoniously gave us all pepper sprays.
Okay.
And so I went to visit my friend Bob Holtkamp. Not only does Bob know this, but Glenn Jamboretz, Katie's dad, knows this. He was the Glenn in Glennon. And it was just like this, industry, technology, like just people everywhere in ties. And so I met with Bob. I'm in the elevator going back down 1 floor, and my OCD, the call of the void, made me spray the pepper spray as the doors were closing.
In the elevator?
Yeah. And Bob called me about
That's
10
worse than
minutes
farting in the
later.
elevator.
That's when One City Center had Lou Brock's with all the shenanigans and like Dave and Buster's. He goes, "Hey, man, meet me at Lou Brock. Some a-hole sprayed pepper spray and we're evacuating." It drives me to take these chances. I'm like, dude, that was me. He's like, I knew it. I knew it was you.
How'd you do that subtly?
It was just like, I can't even, it was just this simple. Like I just turned the little thing and I went, shh, and the doors closed and I was gone.
Wait, you did it and then you left?
Touch on the neck.
Yeah.
Little fragrance.
What was I going to do it and stay?
I don't know.
So you were in the elevator,
Yes.
and as you were walking out, you sprayed it.
And nobody else was in there?
As I was getting in the elevator, before I got all the way in, I sprayed it into their office. Just like,
oh.
And then I got in the elevator and it closed.
Oh, I got you. I thought you sprayed it in the elevator.
No.
Okay.
So I left it.
Oh, okay.
Oh my God.
I got you. I thought you did it in the elevator. also.
Everyone was fine.
Yeah.
They loved it.
Yeah, they got a day off apparently.
Yeah, they got to go
See?
down and ride
Go to Dave Buster's. huh?
motorcycles and stuff.
So they should be saying you should be saying you're welcome.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Anyone
guys-
out there who wants to get out of a day of work, let me know.
Did you guys a favor?
Anyone ever been pepper sprayed?
No.
No.
Kind
Yeah.
of.
Kind of.
Yeah. When I went to my brother's bachelor party last year.
Yeah.
Remember we got on the train right after we got on the L, like right after a woman had like really heavily pepper sprayed this other guy that was on the L.
Yeah.
And then so we just like walked into like the cloud of it while he was screaming like, that's a weapon.
Was it like looking at a banner?
You ugly blanks just want attention, and you shouldn't be allowed to have weapons that you attack people with. Like, this is what he was screaming. We couldn't figure out what he was screaming about. And then we started to feel the effects of being pepper sprayed, and we didn't know what was happening to us. I thought I was like the first person to die in the horror movie, like going out in wave
You
one.
guys got
Yeah.
gassed.
I was like, well, I'm going out in wave one, I guess. I'm turning into a zombie. But we figured out right as we were stumbling off the train at the very next stop, just to get away from it, that was what had happened.
Damn.
Yeah, it was no fun.
That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, it's super unpleasant. Do not recommend.
It's coming back.
Yeah. Dang it, I was just thinking about doing it.
Yeah, if you're thinking about doing it, don't even.
Guys, it is getting dark, but have you ever been like the first one in an accident or anything? Like I've been the first one I was the second one in an accident, and there were multiple deaths. It was terrible.
Ooh.
And then, Rach, remember when you and I were going to lunch and that shooting at Planet Sub had just happened, and the guy was still laying there, and just like stuff you see on TV.
I saw an accident going west on 70. This car was coming east on 70. It was about 1 o'clock in the morning, and the car was flipping. And the guy came out of the window, like the side window, and was like,
I saw that too. Not that same one though.
It would be crazy.
I saw it in Atlanta. We were down there for a tournament. It's probably 10 years ago, and the two of us, my other coach and I, were just driving down the highway towards a game or something, and we see a car just flipping on the other side of the highway, and there's just a dude like Superman flying through the air.
Yeah.
And then we checked later, he lived. He made it somehow. Yeah. But he was a drunk driver.
Well, I haven't ridden my motorcycle in 2 years because Phoebe and her friends went to spring break in Florida 2 years ago, and they saw an accident, and the motorcycle rider was on fire and flying through the air. And it upset her so much. She's like, I'm not going to ask you to not ride again. It just really upset me. So I don't want to be on fire.
Yeah,
I don't need that.
We'll have to get Janice on. She can tell some of the news reporter
she doesn't
stories.
exist.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Get a shovel.
Yeah. You got a medium?
It's dark today.
Dave's got a medium lined up.
Dave's just going to be on with a big yellow wig.
Yeah, you can't. You won't be able to see her, but you'll be able to hear her.
Yeah.
Oh, we've heard her.
A mannequin with
I know.
Facing backwards with a
you
yell.
know she exists.
Oh, yeah.
We don't know why she yelled, though.
Yes, the only time we've heard Janice is when she was screaming.
And now we've never seen her again.
And Dave's like, gotta go. Then he's like, she fell down the stairs.
She's in the backyard.
Yep.
With the flowers.
She fell from the top stair into the backyard. All right. Thank you, Dave. Appreciate it.
All right.
Rach, we skipped Michael. Should I do that one or Cantor?
We skipped Michael's.
Yeah.
That's a question for Andrew.
Let's do Cantor.
Because I usually don't tell you guys that, and I just slip out early.
We'll do Cantor. It's all good.
Speaking of Mark Cantor, he should be returning home anytime now. He's in Israel on a missions trip. And he called in to the show a couple days ago to let us know how things were and what was going on with the war. Good guy, solid guy, full of integrity, takes his job as a lawyer very, very seriously. His dad meant a lot to him, and I believe his dad was a physician. And Mark and I have talked just sort of privately as dudes, and he just wants to live up to the expectations his dad would have for him as a professional. So he's a true professional. He is a seasoned trial attorney. Be very careful of whoever you hire as a personal injury attorney when they call themselves a trial attorney, because 9 times out of 10, they're really not. Most every most every attorney goes to trial. I went to trial in my 10 years, but I didn't do it enough to say, oh, I was a seasoned trial attorney. No, that's for guys with gray in their hair who've done dozens, if not hundreds of trials. I had someone in my personal life who their daughter went to school, this little girl who got hit by a car at the bus stop and had to go to the hospital and now into long-term rehab. And I sent them to Mark, and he's been involved in that case every single day since then, making sure this little girl gets the care she needs. If you or someone you care about gets injured, make your first call to Mark, 314-628-9999, CantorInjuryLaw.com. The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements.
Traffic from the MichaelsFlooringOutlet.com Traffic Center.
Well, we've got EMS on the scene now with this crash, southbound 270 before 55. The 3 right lanes are blocked, so southbound 270 is picking up volume. There's slow traffic. Clayton Road to Manchester. It slows at Big Bend, jams at 44. Again, most of the way down to 55 where those 3 right lanes are blocked by that crash. Southbound 55, south of Arsenal to Bates is a little heavy, but it looks good in Jeffco. Westbound 64, you're bogged down from the Kings Highway area out through McCausland, Spady to Ballas, 364 out to Highway 70, westbound 70. A little slowdown at the city limits. After that, it's a little busy approaching 79, then just west of Highway A. South 170 bogs down around Ladue. North 170 is cleared this afternoon. That's good to see. Eastbound 64 looks like we have an incident, a minor stall or crash near 15th Street. It's heavy at 70, and then eastbound 64 slow, 255 midway to 159. I'm Roger Brand at the MichaelsFlooringOutlet.com Traffic Center.
Make your reservations now for the 2026 Women of Achievement Award Luncheon, presented by KMOX. The award luncheon takes place Tuesday, May 19th at the Ritz-Carlton, St. Louis, and celebrates 10 outstanding volunteers from across the St. Louis metropolitan region. Doors open at 11:15, and the luncheon runs until 1:30 p.m. Reservations are just $60 per person. Sign up and find more details now at KMOX.com/events.
Hi, this is Charlie Brennan. I see clearly now thanks to the doctors, Greg Birdie, Ranjan Malhotra, Robert Brusati, and Andy Royer. You can too. YourEyeDoc.com.
At Uline, the prevailing opinion is if you don't live it, you don't believe it. The people at Uline believe in hard work, and they live it by being there 24/7 to answer your call, having 41,000 items in stock, and offering same-day shipping from 12 locations across North America. Business owners, sellers, buyers, shippers, and packers believe it. Uline is the hard-working, dependable source for your shipping and industrial supplies. Visit uline.com.
My car smells fresh, so fresh, always so fresh every day. My car smells fresh, so fresh, like I cleaned it yesterday. Got that Febreze car on the vents, living life with that just clean freshness. Febreze car, if you know, you know. Up to 40 days a scent on low. My car smells fresh, so fresh, always so fresh every day. My car smells fresh, so fresh, like I cleaned it yesterday. That's right, breathe happy Febreze, la 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 la.
Taking care of your health should be simple. And with the Neovitin monthly subscription, it finally is. Choose your doctor-formulated multivitamin and we'll deliver it straight to your door every month. No more running out, no more remembering to reorder, just consistent nutrition made easy. Plus, subscribers save 10% every month and can pause or cancel at any time. Visit neovitin.com and start your subscription today. Neovitin, trusted nutrition every day.
If every time you have people over, you're embarrassed about your bathroom, it is the perfect time to plan ahead for a spring installation of a new bathroom. At Michael's Baths, they specialize in beautiful, safe bathroom remodels, from tub to shower conversions to full renovations, including the paint and electrical work. Family owned and locally owned, michaelsbaths.com. You can plan now for a spring install and ask about financing options, including 0% interest upon approval. michaelsbaths.com.
The Lemonheads, 3:52 DJS, sun coming out on a Thursday afternoon. Do some headlines, Rach.
Headlines is brought to you by Schnucks. Reward yourself daily with the Schnucks Rewards app. Excuse me.
That was a motorcycle. That wasn't you.
Dang, we have the windows open.
You do not have to excuse yourself for that. That was not you. That was not Rachel.
I think her illness is moving.
She knows how to throw her voice in such a weird way.
She had a
voice in quotes.
She had a butt cough.
That was not me. That was
that was a motorcycle.
That was our open window in our radio studio.
But thank God it's open though, because it'd be hot in here.
I thought you didn't say it would smell.
No,
she didn't do anything.
It was a motorcycle, like real.
All right, Britney Spears was arrested on suspicion of DUI. This makes me very sad because I'm always rooting for Britney.
Me too.
She got out of this conservatorship. She obviously has a lot of issues going on, but I always want the best for her. But she spent part of the night in a California jail after being arrested on suspicion of driving under the influence in Ventura County on Wednesday. She's 42 years old, taken into custody by the California Highway Patrol around 9:30 p.m., booked around 3 a.m., and released roughly 3 hours later. Authorities and her representatives have not publicly commented yet, at least that I can see. But we wish Britney the best and hope she gets some help.
You kind of want to see her make a Lindsay Lohan turn, because if she was able to do it, you just see you don't see this ending very well unless something dramatic happens.
Savannah Guthrie visited the Today studio this morning. She does plan to eventually return to the show, but her 84-year-old mother's disappearance has now stretched into a 32nd day. I mean,
how weird.
I know, how bizarre.
Everything about it.
And then just the fact that, she's got to go back to work at some point, and she's got to do Today's show stuff. And a lot of times that's happy, smiley, bubbly.
Yep.
I mean, I know Savannah does a lot more serious things too, but I mean, part of that job is being like a smiling face that people wake up to in the morning. So
that's one of the worst things I can imagine, is having a loved one, especially a child, but any loved one just disappear because you kind of know she's no longer with us.
Unknown.
But you don't know. You don't know. And you want to bring her back, whether it's alive or deceased. You want to bring her back. Is that it?
Yes.
Okay. You have to give me a sign like this.
Yeah, I'll be like, it was a motorcycle. It was a motorcycle.
It was a motorcycle. Can't test.
Stinky motorcycle. Tell you guys about Michael's Flooring Outlet, and I shouldn't even have to do this live. I should be able to say Michael's Flooring Outlet because you've heard it for 25 years. Just know that I've done my research. Mike has done his research. Mike does secret shopping, whatever you think of that. He does it, and he knows what Lowe's and Home Depot and mom and pop stores and lumber liquidators pay for their carpeting and their hardwood and all of that, because it's the same thing that he pays, and they put profit on top of it. So does he. He just happens to put the lowest profit on top because he wants to do a volume business. Now, when you say volume business, a lot of people can think, oh, it's going to be like in the back of a truck and the boxes are going to be old and dusty and I won't get very good customer service. No, his 3 locations are just flooring stores. They look exactly like flooring stores because that's what they are. It's very no BS. Not a lot of negotiation because he can say, look, it's this many dollars per square foot at this place, but ours is going to be, this much less expensive. He's great at the installation. I've never had a single complaint. That's amazing. In 25 years about Mike, everyone loves his flooring and his customer service. Again, 3 locations around town. michaelsflooringoutlet.com for the nearest to you.
Unlock a brighter outdoor space in 2026 with Chesterfield Valley Nursery. Let us be your trusted partner for all your landscaping, lawn, and gardening needs, empowering you to create a haven that brings joy and serenity to your life. From landscape design to property maintenance to our garden center, we're here for you. Houseplants, tree shrubs, organic soil mixes, gardening and plant classes, and more. Chesterfield Valley Nursery's Garden Center has what you need no matter what the season. Visit us weekdays from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Saturday hours start in March. Follow us on Facebook or Instagram for all class and sale updates.
night. College basketball is nonstop. Big games, tight spreads, momentum swings, and it happens every single night. And now FanDuel is giving you a way to turn that energy into even bigger wins with a college basketball parlay profit boost. And here's how it works. You build any college hoops parlay you like, the early tip, the rivalry, ranked matchup, whatever. Go with the mixed spreads, the totals, props, whatever you're reading for the night, and then just apply that profit boost and instantly bump up that potential payout. So go safe.